Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Okay, it's Tuesday evening. We've got some talking to do. I want to focus on sports this evening, heavy, okay? But the title, Jim Jones drops response track to Cameron and Mace on Instagram today. He just previewed a snippet. I like it. And let me say salute to Jim, Mace, Cameron. They've grown up. They've learned over the years not to make it so personal. Although Cam did go, he went in balls deep, shall we say, on his platform with he and Mace, talking about Jim, you're not from Harlem, yada, yada, yada. But Jim has responded with a song. Salute to them. They're older guys. Jim's almost 50. The track, I think it has a lot of potential. I haven't heard the whole thing, but he does respond to, again, Cameron's words that he's not from Harlem, yada, 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 okay? Salute to Mace, who said nothing. For those of you who are up to speed on this, Mace was eating popcorn during the return because they were on vacation. For those who watch, it is what it is. Great podcast and show with regards to sports, all right? So the track, I want to know what you guys think. Did you get time to hear it? Of course you did. This is the hottest urban topic. And guys, in case you don't know, Jim has put out some good music over the years. Many of us like some of his different efforts. On My Way to Church, 2004. Harlem Diary of a Summer, 2005. Pray for Rain, 2009. Capo, 2011. El Capo, 2019. And At the Church Steps, 2024. So he has gone on to surpass expectations that he, was just Cam's side man during the whole Dipset era. All right. And again, I like the fact that nobody's talking greasy. Yo, pull up. No. I do need to know though, is Jim on tour? Is he still signed with Rock Nation? Anybody know? That I don't know. So you can call in, you can educate me and the audience if you think that there's something else we should know. I'm also looking at Jim Jones' collaboration albums, The Rooftop with DJ Webstar, 2009, The Fraud Department 2021, The Lobby Boys with Mano, 2022, Back in My Prime with Hitmaker, 2023, okay? All right, now, so they've been going back and forth, as you know. They've got unresolved issues, and I'm not going to go into, the fights and all that sort of jazz. There's plenty of it out there. But again, I'm so glad that they have just, decided to, well, at this point, Jim is just putting out music. Good evening, guys. Any thoughts of Cameron putting out a track? I think he's pretty much moved on from rap for now. Mace has still got the heat, if you ask me. Mace has still got the heat, but I don't know his schedule. I would imagine they're just focused on, the show that they do. It is what it is. Rhyme over reason. Okay, I got your donation early, sir. Thank you for tapping in. He says, Cam will ignore those trash bars like Pusha T did. Oh, I forgot about that. Wow, yeah. Pusha T didn't even respond. Very good point. Yosef, are you calling in, sir? He says, this is Harlem's 911. Okay. Guys, also, my showrunner, hang on a second. I really want to open up the floodgates tonight. I need to be educated. Left-handed's going to tap in. Florida Boy J, possibly. The Most High, are you out there? So, and anybody else? Sam from Sam I Analyze. Anybody who wants to talk sports. Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones had a conversation. Now, the interview, they're actually going to have an interview, has not been scheduled yet, but they got on the phone yesterday. Deion Neon Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, 57 years of age, former Dallas Cowboy. And to my recollection, he and Jerry Jones always had a good relationship, do you think that there's a chance he would coach the Cowboys? Now, I need to talk to some of you who, told me months ago, no, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Well, they had a conversation. I've got Deion Sanders' statement. Let me read it to you. To hear from Jerry Jones is truly delightful, and it's intriguing. I love Jerry and believe in Jerry. After you hang up and process it and think about it, it's intriguing. But I love Boulder and everything there is about our team, the coaches, our student body, and the community. That's what he's supposed to say. That's what he's supposed to say, Deion Sanders. But is this a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? To my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, the Dallas franchise has never had a black coach, head coach. Well, they've had coaches, in other positions, but never a head coach. Would this be a monumental thing? Is Jerry Jones, who has been an overseer, for lack of better words, is he ready to get, young, fly, and jiggy? Hey, salute to Shannon Sharp, who did a great analysis of things earlier today on ESPN. And he said some things that made me now rethink, if Deion would really work in Dallas. And also salute to Jeffrey Saturday, one of the best centers ever. Guys, is he a regular now on ESPN? Jeffrey Saturday, born in 1975. He's been to a lot of Pro Bowls and everything. He played with the Ravens, the Colts, Green Bay Packers. So anyway, Shannon Sharp said some things that made a lot of sense to me with regards to Jerry Jones' track record of being again, overseer, someone who always has to be in control, someone who, if he likes a player, then it's really hands off with regards to the coach. Will that work for Deion Sanders? I don't think so. I think, and let me just say this early, I think Deion Sanders is an incredible coach. One of the best ever in the NFL and Major League Baseball. Don't get it twisted. But Deion is, if you ask me, brilliant. I've heard him speak, and Warren Sapp, along with Deion Sanders, the way they talk to the Boulder team, the way that Deion spoke to Jackson prior to coming to Boulder. He knows what to say. He knows how to speak, not just as a coach, but as a father, how to encourage young players. Would that translate to the NFL? Could Deion Sanders handle a goofball like Tyreek Hill? That was a goofball move that Tyreek Hill did. And before you guys start saying, oh, no, it's all about the bag, blah, blah, blah. Tyreek Hill is not, he doesn't have the charisma and the charm that Deion Sanders had, past tense, and still does. Deion was one of the most, loud, flying, jiggy players ever. Oh, him and MC Hammer used to wear the 3/4 leather coats on the sidelines of the Falcons games. The sunglasses, but he got the job done. And let me just say this also, because I spoke to Florida Boy Jay earlier. Deion, could always come through in the clutch, performance-wise, and he was easy to talk to. So, again, my question, sorry to go all the way around, would someone like a Tyreek Hill work under Deion Sanders' authority? And would Deion Sanders have that authority? Left-handed, I see you in the queue, sir. Sit tight, I'm bringing you in first. Is Jerry Jones willing to relinquish that type of authority to Deion Sanders? If you ask me, it's needed. But would that old white man be willing to do that? Now, here's the last thing I'll say before I bring in left-handed and other people. I see you calling already. I'm not too sure Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback for the Cowboys. I'm not sure. His father's a great coach. His father was a great player. Pardon me, phenomenal, legendary, pardon me, player. Troll Babies, is Shador on that level at this point in his career? I don't think Shador Sanders is that guy to get Dak Prescott out of there. I'm just not sure. And he wants to go to the Giants, right? I mean, it's pretty complicated. But anyway, phone lines are open. Also, Ecuador, are you out there, sir? Something just came across my desk. I think this was from Blade. According to Newsweek, the president of Venezuela is calling for, catch this one, they want to invade Puerto Rico and take it from the United States. Does that sound crazy? Newsweek. Sheesh. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's talk football tonight. Maybe we can do a marathon show. Peace. Left-handed, are you there, sir?
Peace. What's good?
Good to see you, man.
All right.
Thank you for being available. You take the lead. I'm a fallback. I've said a lot. What do you want to chime in?
I was listening in the back in the cut. I watched the video you sent me. All right, and Shannon Sharp is absolutely right. And he's going to say from the player's perspective. He has the best perspective of all of them. Him and Jeff Saturday, right? I think that for Jerry Jones to acquiesce control to Deion Sanders is not going to happen. And we saw examples of Jerry Jones wanting to be the coach, the GM, you know what I mean? Of course, him being the owner. And I think that he's had great coaches before. Jimmy Johnson got him Super Bowls. Barry Switzer got him Super Bowls, but he will not relinquish control at all.
Yeah.
So that's been his downfall, man. He stubbed his own toe. So with Deion, it's going to be a whole different vibe. You already know Deion's coming in there, like you said, charismatic. He's going to bring his vibe with him.
He's likable.
And again, likable. Yeah. But again, like Shannon said, the attention will not be on Jerry Jones no more. The attention will be on Deion. And I don't think that would bode well with Jerry Jones, unless he really wants to go get that Super Bowl and just is like throw caution to the wind and say I'm gonna go get mine regardless. Okay. But I think that Deion Sanders, like you said, you read the statement that he made. Again, he is going to say that. He's not going to say, "Oh, I spoke to Jerry Jones. I'm not really with that." You know what I'm saying? Nah, he's going to say, Jerry, that's his man or whatever. But as far as that goes, that's how you put it. But I think that him having to deal with, like we talked about earlier, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, that whole situation.
Well, hang on a second before we get to Dak Prescott, the tragic mulatto. There is no offer on the table, just to be clear. This is all based upon a phone call that they had yesterday, right? And Deion did release a statement, and people were saying this wouldn't even happen. No, they're not even going to discuss this. There's no way. Okay, well, it happened, but there's no offer on the table. If I can just ask you this, and again, I want you to go wherever you want to go. And the Most High, if you want to tap in, Photo Boy J, just let me know. Is Shador Dallas Cowboy material?
Nah. I think, if he's willing to kind of sit and learn for 2 years, again, he's not going to come in and shake up the world. But I think the pressure would be on him to do that because, again, you look at that division. Jaden Daniels is a rookie. He came in there, look what he's doing. You know what I mean?
For those who don't know, who'd you just mention? For those who don't know, because everybody doesn't know.
Jaden Daniels from the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, they beat my Tampa Bay Buccaneers the other night. Jaden Daniels is a rookie. So I think, Shador, I think, again, when you watch him over his career in the games against the better teams that he's played, he hasn't really, shown up. Again, he's had his moments, he's had his nights, he's had his days. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Not taking nothing away from him. But I think that he would need a little bit more seasoning. as far as being an NFL quarterback. It wouldn't take 2 years, 3 years. He could step in, but not right away. I don't think right away.
Hypothetically speaking, what type of contract, if offered to Deion, what type of contract do you think Deion Sanders would even accept at 57 years of age? Do you think he would even entertain a 2 or 3 year deal? I think it would have to be a 5-year deal. Listen, I'm 57. I'm not trying to come in here and things don't go the way that they're supposed to go. Then I'm back to square one. Can you speak to that before we open up the floodgates?
Right. I think that it would have to be, like you said, amongst something above 3 years. Have to be at least 5. You know what I mean? And again, he's going to have to want some kind of control, man. Again, he's going to the roster decisions. You know what I mean? The personnel, that's going to be a Deion thing, but it's going to have to filter through Jerry Jones. And I think that's where they're going to bump heads. They're going to kind of clash. You know what I mean? So, again, Jerry Jones is going to want autonomy, man. And Deion Sanders is not going to really want to give him autonomy like that.
Okay. Hang on a second, left-handed. Yosef, I don't see you in the queue, sir. 778, where are you? Yosef. Also, left-handed, I just sent you a text message. Okay, check that out. Let me go to area code 510. Folks, please watch the language. We got a lot to go over this evening. 510, are you there? Good evening.
What's going on?
Hey, who's this?
What's going on, Sir Shy in the building.
Hey, man.
No talk.
Good to hear from you. It's cracking, sir.
Yeah, I just want to chime in the conversation about Deion and Cam and Mace and everything.
Please, you have the floor.
All right. Well, as far as the NFL's going, Deion and Jerry Jones are talking for real. He would take the job even without having to draft his son Shador and Shiloh. He's been coaching those guys since middle school, and I think some guys feel that it's time to let Shiloh and Shador kind of spread their own wings and be coached by other people. And besides, you can't even get rid of that Dak Prescott contract if you wanted to. But I think Deion, I would prefer to him stay in Colorado, and because there's like an opening now with Nick Saban and so many guys gone. So I prefer Deion to stay in Dallas. They haven't won a championship. Neither have the 49ers since he played. Mm-hmm. And that was back in 95 and 96. And I'm in the Bay Area. We have not won a championship since Deion Sanders played here.
All right. So, again, I like to open up the floodgates, and for people who claim to know sports, call in.
I know sports.
Don't look at the show afterwards and say, I would have called in if I knew. No, call in now. Educate us, as I like to say. So, Shador, he didn't win the Heisman. Where's he going to go if it's up to him? Because his father has, I saw him talking to Tamron Hall, and Deion said there's a few places he doesn't want Shador to play. He didn't say where he should play, but do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. And those teams are the teams like the Cleveland Browns, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tennessee Titans. He only wants Shador to play maybe in the New York Giants. It's a big market, and he played patty cake with Malik Neighbors, the New York Giants' #1 receiver. And, of course, his buddy Tom Brady out there in the Las Vegas Raiders, who Tom Brady right now is the shadow owner, so he'll be comfortable of Shador going to New York or Las Vegas. And he's really like the top quarterback. It's him and Cam Ward out of Miami. And Shador, he's not going to be drinking and driving in Vegas. He's not going to be chasing Instagram models in New York. He's a pretty disciplined young man. He's definitely not Travis Hunter.
Well, he loves to put that watch up, doesn't he? Wants to show that watch.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being jiggy. I mean, Deion, back in '89, Deion had the gold and everything. But I will say this: you draft Shador. The teams know they have to draft his brother Shiloh, even if it's the 7th round. You have to draft his brother with him. So that's just every.
Left-handed, can you jump in? That's Sir Shy in the line. Come on, let's pick it up here. Pick it up.
Let's get it.
Left-handed.
Yo, Shy is on point. I think that when you talk about teams like you mentioned Jacksonville. I mean, they got a situation with Trevor Lawrence, Cleveland.
Oh, my bad. You're right.
And again, the Giants, he wants to go to a big time market where he can get his shine on.
Correct.
Those teams that you mentioned, yeah, absolutely. And he has the end, like you said, with the Raiders with Tom Brady, he has that end because Tom Brady, and Shador have a relationship. You know what I mean? So
right.
again, so yeah, man. The Raiders might be a look. The Giants could be a look. But again, man, we talking, April when the draft is here, man. So we got a lot of speculation between now and then. And I think that all of it is healthy.
Okay.
Who's right, who's wrong, whatever the case may be. It's just what you think and how you feel. The Raiders, I didn't really even consider that, Shaq. You know what I mean? I said, you know what, the Raiders, is that a winning situation?
Yeah, man, the Raiders, Oakland Raiders.
We kind of did Antonio Pierce, but that's besides the point. He wants to go to a market where he's going to get the shine. And we already know that wherever they end up, wherever Deion ends up, it's going to be about them.
Well, Deion might be staying in Boulder. I mean, this is all speculation, but they did have a conversation yesterday. Sir Shai, can I go to you? Take your time. They had a conversation. Sir. Most people said they wouldn't even talk. Reality has set in. They've had a conversation. The interview is being set up. Do you think Deion Sanders will go or should go to coach the Cowboys?
I despise the Dallas Cowboys. If he does go if he leaves Colorado, it's an $8 million buyout. I do think he can probably get. I heard you talking about numbers. He's not going to get Sean McVay or Nick Sirianni.
That's not the question, Sir Shai. That's not the question. Question is, should he go? Will he go? Get right to it. Come on.
Gun to my head. No. Okay. I think he should stay in Colorado and finish the job. Okay. There's an opening in college football. The answer is no. And I hope he decides to stay in Colorado. Let his sons grow.
Okay, before you go, man, Jim Jones has dropped a response track to Cameron and Mace. I like it. I don't think it's, a banger, but I like it. Your thoughts, Sir Shai? Or do you not even care? You're from the Bay. That's New York nonsense.
But I love Harlem. Been to Harlem, been to Sylvia's. It's sad when the family feuds. I don't like it. I kind of wish Dipset.
Streets love it.
I wish they
stop it. Streets love the nonsense. Come on, man. Don't get soft on me. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I just Cam's right. Jim's a fan. He's been following them since '95 and watching Big L and Mace and Cam. And he was wrong what he did in 2007, hanging out with Jim with 50. So it was wrong. Hey, Star, before I go, can I give you my football picks?
No, I want to stay focused. 2 topics. That's it. I don't want to do football picks right now.
But it was about the Eagles.
No, I'm not interested in the Eagles tonight. But hang on a second. Let's go back. Jim Jones. Jim Jones. Has the student surpassed the teacher? Cam is still Cam is still that nigga. One of my top 5 greatest. Dead or alive. But Jimmy is putting in work. You can't deny it. Still putting out music. The heat. He said in this snippet, for those who didn't catch it, he said, I'm just paraphrasing. You taught me how to rap, and I'm platinum. Has the student surpassed the teacher, Sir Shai?
No. But not only does Cam and Mace have freestyles that could be on the radio today, they have the top show, and they're going to soon lap Shannon and Ocho. So those guys are already cemented in rap, and they're about to be cemented in sports. Okay. Cam and Mace, they're multi-talented. They don't stick to one thing. Okay. So sorry, Jim.
Can I speak to that? Apologize. Can I speak to that real quick? We talked about that on the show down in sports. Right. Myself and Got a Bear. To me,
I don't want to do picks. Mm-hmm. No, let's not do. Come on, left hand.
No, man, I just wanted to talk about.
I gotta go. So Shai, good to talk to you. All right. Let's stay focused.
All right.
Jim Jones drops response track. Cam, Mace, or Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones discuss the Cowboys head coaching job. Did you see Stephen A. Smith? And tell me, why does he even care? I thought he was like the ultimate Cowboys hater. Why does he want Deion Sanders to go to the Cowboys? Did you see that? That was like real cool.
I saw that. I mean, first, Stephen A. Smith is all over the place, like bird shit, like you say. He's a Steelers fan one day. He likes to torment the Cowboys and, laugh at them, but, he's in the helicopter with Jerry Jones. He plays both ends against the middle, as we say. Again, when you talk about, Stephen A. Smith and his football acumen, he's on point to a degree. You know what I mean? His thing is basketball. We won't go there with it. But again, I don't know, man. I just think Stephen A goes where the momentum is at. You know what I mean? I think he'll be all over the Cowboys if Deion was down there.
Stephen A. Smith is a master showman, maybe one of the best right now. I'm being honest, but Jeffrey Saturday and Shannon Sharp, they pulled rank on him on that clip when they were talking about Jerry Jones. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm just paraphrasing. You guys call in. Come on, let's talk about the plausibility of Deion Sanders coaching the goddamn Cowboys. Hang on a second. Left-handed. Okay, I'm looking for. I think this is Yosef. Yosef, good to hear from you, man. Let's keep the pace up. How are you, Yosef?
Shalom. Happy New Year, Star. Good to hear you, man.
Shalom.
I like the Canadian tattoo, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you want to
go?
Let's go.
I'm not a sports guy, so I'm going right to Jimmy, right to JJ. You know, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go, man.
Come on.
I think. Listen, I as much as I would like to see this just be like an authentic rap battle where songs are coming out and we're getting some of the best rappers, not just from New York in general. I mean, the Dipset movement was huge. I don't need to go off about that. Everybody knows that. But me personally, from what I'm witnessing from a Jew living in Canada, we're starting to see a lot of ugly side of this relationship coming out. I mean, we're seeing on Cameron on his national TV show name dropping a guy, two people who are serving prison sentences, and he's almost kind of not pinning on him, but it really was crazy to see. I mean, he said, he's got Jim Jones, he's got his homie Mel Matrix sitting in the slammer, and it's like, and he's saying, oh, when Mel comes home, he's gonna be the big triple OG homie. And Cameron went on.
He said you should get him a job. He should get him a job.
That was like, Mel. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Star. Mel Matrix is a very nice rapper. A lot of people don't really know him for his pen game and his freestyle, but he's nice. Like I'm being honest with you. I like his music, but that's beside the point. The other stuff with True Life is coming out, and let's not forget Max B coming home, and we're about to see something crazy unfold. I'm saying, man, some crazy stuff might happen. The skeleton.
The Jew knows all the hip hop business. Pay attention.
Right.
Come on, Yosef.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then also we got to remember this isn't the first time this has happened. Everybody thinks Dipset's been getting along, and maybe they had a falling out over the verses. But listen, man, I remember when this first happened, Taxstone was talking about it. When Cameron went on the live and he drank a Pepsi can for a whole hour, I know people remember that when they had their first, because Jim signed to Rock Nation, correct?
Yeah.
That's what their first, this is when it really, and when he went on his IG live, he said, Stack Bundle still could have been alive if it wasn't for your selfishness. Yeah. You can't say that about your man, but take that back. You don't speak on the dead. Nobody speaks on the dead.
Hang on a second, Yosef. You just, you didn't, hang on, stay with me. You said you didn't like Cameron, dropping names. Is that what you said?
No, I'm not saying I didn't. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying this is bigger than just kind of like two brothers butting heads at this point.
Okay.
And what I think we're about to see, we're only seeing the surface level, and now with all these third parties coming out and kind of people, it's gonna surpass he say she say. Sorry, he say she say. My bad.
Okay.
You see what I'm getting at? We're not just going to be getting gossip anymore. We're going to be getting real stuff. I mean, we got two people locked up. We have Rest in Peace Stack Bundles, True Life, another. It's just, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to see. I mean, Dipset was my favorite stuff. I grew up on that stuff. So it's like watching the Avengers break up or something.
Okay, now hang on a second. What did you think about Jim Jones? The clip, what he put out. Did you think it was heat, or honestly?
Yeah, I think I'll give it to Jim. In the last 10 years, he's really stepped it up as a rapper. Nobody ever really respected Jim as a rapper, but if you look at his catalog of music, he has an immense catalog of music, mixtapes, albums, and that's just during the post kind of Dipset Skull Gang era. I mean, I still think Members of Bird Gang is probably one of the best hands down mixtapes that hit the circuit in the Y2K era. Going up with, Lil Wayne and everybody who was running that kind of circuit at the time. But that's more just my opinion, right? That doesn't hold much weight in this conversation.
No, Joseph, you're doing a great job, and you're up in Canada, and you know all this stuff. So, have you ever seen any of them live on stage?
I've met Cam before. I met him on a yacht party in 2015. We chopped it up.
Okay.
I told him I was a big fan. It was cool. I made a couple jokes about his movie he made, and we kicked it. I even got a couple pictures, but I'm a big supporter of the Dips. Stack Bundles, rest in peace. Probably one of my favorite MCs. Max B. I really hope.
What year was that again? Hold on a second, because what year was that? Was that at your bar mitzvah? Because you're not that old.
No, 2015. I was 19, 18, 19.
Okay.
I know time flies, man. I know sometimes I look back on it. But yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I can't even believe I'm really seeing it. Like, I remember when it happened 10 years ago, and it was like, damn, right. With the whole Rock Nation thing. And not only that, I'm not trying to bounce off the subject, but with Jigga Man being in a lot of heat, it's really crazy to see this whole thing. I mean, we're getting like all types of things coming out. Now, I don't know if you've seen this. Beanie Siegel is probably going to release a new album with AI.
Yeah,
because he can't.
Yeah, he put out a track.
But what I'm just getting at is I'm saying, like, that era of music, it's almost like a full circle we're getting. But to see like it's crazy, man. Okay. It's just I don't really know what more else to say. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, it's just I hate to see it. I wish it could just be like a battle. But I think I'm not going to say it's getting ugly, but I just think some skeletons are going to come out the closet, and
I don't think anything is going to hang on a second happen, because all of these guys are older, they're fathers, to my knowledge.
Oh no, I don't mean it in that sense.
Yeah,
I just mean the relationship will never be.
I like where it is, just some friendly back and forth. There's a chance.
But you think it?
Hold on. There is a chance that they can resolve this, because Cameron and Mace were, at each other's necks for years, and Mace dropped, I would say, that Ether, the Oracle. Remember that was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, but
Cam forgave him, and here we are now. Go ahead and finish up. Go ahead.
I don't know, name dropping Mel Matrix and all that kind of stuff on national TV, saying Stack Bundle still could have been alive. Like, that's cutting pretty deep, man. So I don't. Okay. I mean, maybe you say some things out of emotion.
Right.
It's crazy to think, but yeah, I mean, that's really all I'm gonna say, man. Big supporter of him, and all
right.
It is what it is, man.
Great
I guess that's all I can really say.
Great
there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember, so I'll just leave it.
All right, salute. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Shalom.
Okay. Shalom. Joseph tapping in. Guys, on the screen, Grand Finale has also dropped the heat. Please go to his YouTube channel. It's right there, youtube.com/@ Grand Finale. In my community section, it's the top post. Please go to his platform and leave a comment. Tell him I sent you, okay? Hey, Cherie, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, I'm not sure where you're going, but call in, darling. I mean, everything doesn't have to be sports. You want to bring me up to speed on some tea? Is it messy? I want some messy tea. Hold on a second. James, I got you to Prime to the NFL. Huge mistake. Okay, let me put this on the screen. Thank you, sir, for your donation. James says Prime to the NFL is huge mistake. Jim and Cam should have ran the fade. Okay. Cam is with a C, so not a K. Okay. Capitalism is the cause of all this BS. Sir, capitalism is a beautiful system. Come on. But thank you for your donation. Charlie, I got your donation. Are you calling in, sir? If not, thank you. He says just showing support. Okay. Okay. Yes, we've been talking about a First Take. Do you want to call in? I don't watch First Take that often because I have other things that I'm more focused on, whether it be science fiction, philosophy, stuff like that. But I do watch it from time to time. Anything on First Take that we should know about left-handed?
Yo, I just, I don't get a chance to watch First Take a lot either. But I did see the videos with Shannon Sharp and Jeff Saturday. And again, like I said earlier, man, they have the cachet to make those statements, you know what I mean? Because they played in the league, So again, they would know. So, from what we've seen and what we've experienced watching the Dallas Cowboys throughout the years is that, again, Jerry Jones wants to be in control. He wants to have his finger on everything. You know what I mean? Again, that's which is his right. He signs the checks, but again, there are other people more qualified to do those jobs. And again, man, I don't know. Those guys say that if Deion doesn't get that control that he wants, and he's going to want it, he's going to definitely want control of who's on the roster and who's he sending out there on the field. And Jerry Jones is not going to get that.
Hang on a second. Black says no resolution. It's time for the nigga shit. I agree. Correct me if I'm wrong. Left-handed. The Cowboys have never had a black head coach.
Not that I've known. I've been watching the Cowboys since Tom Landry.
Can we double check? I don't want to sit here and say that. And Deeds, are you out there? Troll babies.
Somebody double check that. Let somebody double check that.
Okay.
A head coach, not an OC or DC or nothing like that. A head coach.
Salute to Black. He says no resolution. Yeah, listen, you've got rappers at the halftime show. You got niggas turning up on the gram every day. This turning into a cesspool of niggas shit. And let's get this ring. How old is he now, Jerry Jones? He's got 2 feet in the grave, right?
85 or something like that.
Yeah.
Gotta be it.
We're bringing area code 272. Good evening. 2 topics. Please stay focused. Are you there? 272?
Yeah. What's going on, Star? What's going on?
How are you, man?
Listen, man. I think it would be a great fit for Deion if he can go over there to the Cowboys. 1, he would change the organization. 2, he would bring the right people in. Now, as far as when we say Jerry Jones controls everything, the GM, the head coach, and all that, yes, I believe he will do that. But I also believe he will give some relief to Deion.
Okay.
I believe he will give some relief to Deion and stuff like that. Because, for 1, he's old. He wants to win at all means and whatever. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
And the thing about it, Jerry Jones is trying to win. He wants to win. He wants that ring.
He needs to win.
That trophy.
He needs to win.
Now, when we talk about Deion Sanders' son, do I think he's going to be good in the NFL? Yes. Do I think he's going to be great? Yes. Here's the thing. The difference between the NFL and college, the NFL is faster. It's faster. So all these little blitz he breaks in college, it won't be that easy in the NFL. So he's going to be good. Now, can the Cowboys pull it off and get him? Yes. But here's how they got to do it. They will need a trade, right? So you got to look at all the teams that's the top teams need quarterbacks. Tennessee's number 1 in the draft pick. They need a quarterback. Cleveland Browns need a quarterback because Deshaun Watson is he's out. He's going to be out hopefully.
So I don't mean to take your legs out, but Deion Sanders was sitting with what's her name? Tamron Hall. And she asked him, does he have any input on where Shador will go? He said no. He said, but I do have input on where he's not going to go. So unless you know something that we don't know, some of those teams that you're mentioning may already be off the list. Deion has said that out of his mouth. Certain teams, I'm not going to let him play.
So,
come on.
So that's where I was going with it. Huh? I believe Deion is going to pull the Eli Manning. When if people remember, when Eli was going to the NFL, his father came out and said no, and his agent came out and said he's not going to sign with the Chargers, right? Yeah. So what did the Chargers do? They swapped quarterbacks. The Chargers took Phillips Rivers, and the Chargers drafted Eli Manning, and the Giants took Phillips Rivers. What they did was they swapped quarterbacks. Okay. They swapped quarterbacks and stuff. So I think Deion Sanders is going to have say so if his son get picked up by one of these teams. Here's what I'm about to tell you what I think can happen. 2 things.
Take your time.
If Deion can get the Cowboys job, I'm calling the Raiders and asking the Raiders, will they take Prescott off my hand? So now
stop right there. Stop right there. I have to ask. Were you one of the people who called in here a month or 2 ago and you said they can't get rid of Dak Prescott? Now you're saying he can be shoveled out somewhere? I remember speaking to you. You said he ain't going nowhere.
Yes, and Here's why I'm saying this. Right now, if you pay attention to the NFL right now, they've been giving out all these bags, these big contracts, right? These big bag contracts, right? And what we're seeing is all these big contracts, thanks to Deshaun Watson, but all these big contracts these quarterbacks get, they're not producing.
Right.
They're not producing. So if I can call the Raiders on the phone and say, hey, I'll give y'all Prescott, but we need y'all draft pick, right?
You're talking about if you were in Jerry Jones' position, for those who don't know, because everybody doesn't know what you're talking about there.
Okay. So what I'm saying is if Jerry Jones as the owner, right, call the Raiders owner and say, hey, I know you need a quarterback.
Right.
I'm willing to give y'all Prescott, but I want y'all draft pick.
Yeah.
And here's how it works.
I'll give you this bum ass half breed who can't get the job done. Let's keep it real.
Right. And this is how they get Deion Sanders' If one of those top teams say they want Deion Sanders' and his son and his agent says, no, I'm not going to those teams, that takes all them teams that's on the top of the list off the list from drafting him.
Okay.
And he falls into the Raiders' hands. So I think in both situations, Deion and his son can end up in the Raiders.
Okay.
Now, as far as Cam and his Jim Jones, I'm gonna give. First of all, I thought the song was all right. Scale 1 to 10, I give him a 7. Right. The problem with Jim Jones is this, and the problem I have with Cam, I feel like Jim Jones and Cam never been cool. I don't think they never been friends. And a lot of people got to understand there's history behind this. And if you go back to the history, it all started over when Rockefeller ended and Jewels ended up going to Def Jam. Now, remember what people don't remember. When Jewels went to Def Jam, Cam got paid from Def Jam for Jewels going to Def Jam, right? But he left Jim Jones out. He didn't let Jim Jones go to Def Jam, right? So what did Jim Jones have to do? Jim Jones had to defend for himself. Jim Jones ended up going to Koch Records. Remember that year when everybody was signing with Koch Records?
I do remember that, but hang on a second, because my memory is a little foggy. You know, Dame Dash played a part in the tension in Dipset. Who was that? Who he gave an A&R job to at Rockefeller? Was that
Cam? Cam
didn't even ask Jay. And I remember they were on the radio making the announcement. I said, "Wow!" And
he made him the president.
Hang on. And then Jay-Z moved his office to a different floor in the Rockefeller or Universal. It's Universal. I forget. Universal building. He said, "I'm getting away from these crazy niggas." Right.
Now, and you fast forward that. Jim goes to Koch Records. He put out a couple of hours with Koch Records, and Dipset come back together, right? But if you really sit back and think about it, Cam hasn't been doing nothing really besides the podcast, right? Jim has been continuing putting out music, whether people like it or not. Jim has been constantly putting out new music, right? Now, Cam and Mace was beefing at one time. 50 and Cam was beefing at one time.
I don't mean to cut you short, but yeah, we know all that where we are now. Hang on. You're the guy who I speak to from sometimes. You're from New York. You know all the tea. That's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name again, man? I forget. Pardon me.
My name is Kuala.
Kuala? Q-U?
Yes. Q-U-L-A.
Kuala. Okay. This is going to sound crazy, right? Did Mendeecees and Yandy break up?
Nah, they still together.
Okay.
They're still together.
So he didn't marry, what's her name? Is it Erica? I saw a video where it said he married, is that her name, Erica?
Yeah, he didn't. No, he married. He didn't marry Erica. He's with his wife. Mendeecees stayed with his wife. Remember, she did the whole bid with him and stuff like that. So he's not leaving her, and she's the breadwinner. Yandy. Yeah, he's not leaving Yandy. He's definitely not leaving Yandy. But I would say, before I let you go, I would say this: Jim Mons,
They hated Mrs. Nothing.
he can't. Jim Mons acquitted why he can't. Jim Mons acquitted why he's ahead right now.
No, sir.
Because all you doing
sir.
right now.
You are a hating nigga. Jim Jones got his swag back. I appreciate you. Hey, stay in touch, man. I want you to keep me up to speed on the T. Seriously, send me an email so I can holler at you from time to time. I appreciate you, man.
I got you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
What?
Pardon me, folks. I saw a video that said Mandices. We used to call him Man Disease. Married Erica. Is it Erica Troll Babies? I said, what are you, crazy? Yeah, you held that nigga down. Okay, left-handed. Okay,
yes,
okay. Promote your platform, please. I'm not saying you gotta get off the line. But come on, we talking sports.
Listen,
Anybody else want to
man,
cam up with me and left-handed? We talking sports.
I'm here. I'm in the building, man. I don't do this too often, but down in Sports Talk, we're in the building. We did a show tonight, man. Salute to my Cody Yada Bear. We talked about the same particular topic right here, Deion and Jerry Jones having the conversation. We didn't get too in-depth into it. You know what I mean? Just basic conversation. Yada actually thought that it maybe could go, lead to something. You know what I mean? Which is, the vibe. But again, we talked about that. We talked about the NFL playoffs and things of that nature. So check us out, man. Every Tuesday night, we on Riverside.fm down in Sports Talk, myself and Yada Bear.
Okay. Stay with me. Stay with me. Nat from Michigan tapping. Nat says, F that old shit. Let's go Lions.
Oh, man. Listen.
Let's not go to Lions. Hang on, left hand. Let's not go to Lions.
All right, because I got some smoke for them, but
Okay, but hold on. Let's go to Deion and Jerry, folks, if you're just now joining us. And Sam, where are you? Sam, I analyzed. Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones had a conversation yesterday. I need sports aficionados on the line. Make it make sense to get your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, Penelope. Penelope, do you work for Drink Champs? Salute to Nori. He invited me on the show a couple years ago. I said I'd get back to you. Does Nori have a bag? With all due respect, if you work with Nori, just, hey, Star said, if you have a bag and you fly me down to Miami or wherever they film that show, we'll make it happen. If he has a bag. I'm not coming there for free. Okay, I just want to say it. But thank you, darling, for your donation. Sharif, peace, got your donation. Ram, I got your donation. Okay, Ram, we don't do donations under $5. Can you put something else to that and then holler back? Where's Nat? Okay. Nat, call in. Where's Nat? Nat, whatever you could. I don't see you in the queue. I would love to get Nat on here to talk about the Lions tonight.
Oh, man.
Hold on a second. And I guess Florida Boy Jay is busy tonight. He can't call in. I spoke to him earlier. Let's go back for a second. Cam and Mace and Jim Jones, left-handed. You're from Brooklyn, so and you got bars. You've called in. You've freestyled on multiple occasions. Did you hear Jim Jones' new Heat? I think it's Heat.
Yeah, I heard it. Again, man, Jimmy. To me, I respect his bar game. He definitely stepped it up. Salute to their whole situation, but for them to be going at each other, sniping at each other, man. I don't think that's really necessary. Because
yes, it is.
I mean. For me, I'm on the outside looking in. So if it's necessary for them, it's necessary.
So am I. I'm 60 years old.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Necessary. As long as they're not shooting, man. we want the nonsense.
Go into the sports lane, and Jimmy's still doing his music and doing his thing and things of that nature. But let them discuss what they know. I watched the podcast with Mason Cam, where Cam was talking about how Jimmy was a fan and how they got together, and his grandmother was in Harlem and he was from the Bronx and all that.
Well, his grandmother passed away, and I guess that's how Jim. Did he turn the apartment into a crack house? What did he do? Because he started having niggas come over and
debauchery going on or whatever. But again, man, speed it up to now. They doing their thing, man. You know what I mean? Mason Cam is in the sports lane, generally speaking, and Jimmy's doing his thing. But for them to be going at each other, sniping is, it just keeps thing hot for hip hop. You know what I mean? Everybody got to be beefing or whatever. But
you're from New York. You don't want to hear bars.
I want to hear some.
They're not talking about pulling up. You know, they're not talking about making this sig squirt. Get the shotty's gonna rip that. They're spitting bars.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, man. You know what I mean? And again, that's all part of the game or whatever. But let them live and let them do what they do, man. But I think at the end of the day, man, it's all, you know, what they do to keep themselves busy.
Okay.
It's to be writing.
Stay with me, guys. On the screen is my email address for whether it be business. If you want to cam up tonight, I want to talk sports. Yeah. Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders had a conversation. Can Deion Sanders leave Colorado? That's another question. Can he go? If he says, you know what, hey, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm going to bring my son with me. It's all about family. He's smart enough to do that type of press conference, and we will all drink the Kool-Aid. Don't act like we won't. And listen, I'll keep it on. What was it? In Arlington, Texas? Where do they play the Cowboys? Is it Arlington?
The Cowboys played. I think it's Arlington.
Well, we got to Google. We can't sit here and not be sure. Hang on a second.
I think it's Arlington, Texas, where they play.
It's called Jerry World.
Yeah, I'm not a Cowboys fan. Let a Cowboys fan tell you.
Well, you're my guy, man. It's AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, AT&T Stadium. No.
Jerry's World.
Yeah, man.
Arlington.
Yeah.
Let me say right now, if Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, goes to the Cowboys, nigga, I'm up in Arlington. Hang on a second. Okay, so your call dropped out, area code 718. Geronimo Jones got your donation. Hold on a second. Now are you calling back? Where is Nat? We're talking sports tonight. Okay, his call dropped out.
Deion's advantage, his best bet is to sit at Colorado, man. I don't think he wants to step into that. Because what we talked about on the show Star in relations to that is that Deion goes to the Cowboys, hypothetically speaking. Look what he's got to deal with in that division. He's got to deal with Jalen Hurts in Philly. He's got to deal with Jaden Daniels in Washington. You know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough road for him to pull out from the gate. Jerry might have to play another.
Are you saying it's too much for the black man? Where you going, God?
It's black quarterbacks I'm talking about, God. I'm talking about black quarterbacks in Philly and in Washington that Deion, as a coach, is going to have to deal with. And whether he's going to get the mulatto guy, Dak Prescott, has to deal with him, or his son is going to have to deal with him.
917, we're talking sports also. Jim Jones dropped the heat. Are you there? 917, good evening. Good evening.
Peace, Star.
Peace. Who's this?
This is Lex from the Bronx. I just wanted to touch on the Jim Jones.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
I said there's two different ways you could look at this. This could be a play, or maybe a internal versus where they make it look like they got a real situation, but who knows? But you want to know another thing? I think where this really stems from. I think this stems from Cam being funny and making a lot of jokes about Chrissy.
Okay. I'm listening.
I think a lot of people don't know amongst, I'm pretty sure you can see from the show, Cam and Mace, they make a lot of jokes, especially Cam. You know how he is, his personality, the Harlem swag.
I love this show, sir. It is what it is. It's the best right now. Fire.
No, it's fire. It's fire. But I think he took that same energy maybe about 15 years ago and directed it at Chrissy. And I think ever since then, it's just been multiple situations stumbling out of control that led us to where we are now. As far as that track, I ain't gonna lie, the track is trash. Come on, Star. We don't want to hear 50-year-old Jim Jones still rapping. He's the elevate. You see, Cam's not focused on music. We can't keep on. I don't know. Jim Jones just got to elevate, man. We still calling him JJ. He's still gang banging at 50. Like, where's the elevation? Why is he not a senior VP somewhere?
Can I ask where you're calling from, sir? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Bronx.
Oh, okay. You did say that. Pardon me. There's an old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. To my knowledge, I'm the only person who has ever called Jim Jones JJ, right? Back on the radio, JJ. So JJ does what he does. He's on tour with Rock Nation. Yes, he's out in the Midwest. He's saying Sue Woo when you got the white kids saying, yeah, they're buying your music, sir. You don't buy any music in the Bronx. That's a fact. You don't stream nothing. Everything you do in the New York Tri-State,
No.
You rip files.
That's cap.
No, sir. I know for a fact. So hang on. I'll let you speak. I worked at record labels for a decade. You don't buy nothing. You steal everything. You're a player hater. So Jim Jones is on the hang on, sir. Let me speak, please. He's on the road, Sue Woo and the white kids all through the goddamn Midwest. They buy his shit. So he's supposed to keep doing what he does. You have the floor, sir.
Well, let's keep it a band. Jim Jones makes 181st African bodega music. He doesn't make music that I'm going to go to Best Buy and cop. He makes 3 for $10, 5 for, he makes that type of music. Let's get that straight up top. He's not a guy that's going platinum. He's not a guy getting invited to award shows. So enough with all that streaming music. I doubt anybody's streaming JJ. Or maybe the white guys out Midwest are. But I'll tell you right now, in Harlem, Tri-State area, most people aren't streaming Jim Jones. And I like what the caller said earlier. Mason Cam got freestyles that are crushed, balling, or anything Jim Jones has ever put out in his life.
You're right, sir.
And then,
I'm sorry, good. You're right.
I was going to say one more thing. Instead of attacking Cam, he needs to attack 50, who's on his heels right now about why he's on a wiretap and not in an indictment with the rest of the guys on a wiretap. You know that, right? He's the only one who escaped the indictment from the wiretap. He needs to answer that question. He also needs to answer what happened to that gun case from Texas. He never answered that. So I don't know, man. He got a lot of stuff.
Stay with me, sir. You are a true BX hater. Damn. Now, you talking about the gun case in Texas or in Georgia? Yeah, the gun case in Georgia.
I don't even know about that one. He might have 2 pending, and I'm the hater. Listen here, you're the Jersey hater, the Garden State hater.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, man. It's always bad.
Hang on a second. Can I interject? And I'm going back to you. Just stay with me. Folks, we got a live one on the line. A live BX nigga. How old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay. I mean, no disrespect, but you just don't buy music in the New York Tri-State. The New York Tri-State never bought Public Enemy's music. They had to go get it on the road. West Coast, Midwest, Europe. That's who bought Public Enemy's music. MC Search, my homie, was damn near fighting with Africans back in the days when third base came out because you were bootlegging his shit.
It was bootlegging, yeah.
So Jim Jones does what he does, but at the same time, Killer Cam is again top 5 for me. Greatest, no ifs, ands, or buts. So
I got him in my book too, top 5 as well. But
okay. So finish up. Hang on, finish up. Where do you want to see this go? He dropped the heat. Will Cam and Mace respond, or is it just are they going to do him the same way Pusha T did Jim Jones? Just say, nah, I'm okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're in a good space. They're not focused on music. If they wanted to, Cam still got it in the tank. As you mentioned, Mace dropped the Oracle. If he's willing to do that against Cam, imagine what he would do against JJ. So I hope they don't go back and forth. It's not a good look. Jim Jones, he just got to elevate. He needs to worry about Max B coming home. He needs to worry about everything Cam said in the first 10 minutes of It Is What It Is. Right now, he's making Cam look right. And then, like I said, another thing about the snippet he released, he made it seem like, they do all this talking over a post, but he essentially did the same thing. A 50-year-old man dropping a snippet of music over Instagram to see if we would take the bait. And I guess we are. We're here taking the bait, but again.
I'm talking about it tonight, sir, instead of fires in California. Goddamn right.
Eat. I ain't mad at you. Eat.
Salute, man. Thank you for calling. Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you. Peace. Guys, left-handed is here with me. We're talking sports. Did I put this on the screen yet? Hold on a second. Chanel, how are you? Yeah, listen, I don't want to keep talking about that. Nori's a great guy. But yeah. My girlfriend, Patra 2.0, she's the one that said to me, she said, you should go on Drink Champs if they pay you. And someone sent in a donation and asked, so I'd say, yeah, if there's a bag. How much does Charleston White get to do interviews? I'll take the same amount that he gets to go on Drink Champs. Not a dime less if the offer's still there. Who knows it? Jeffrey, I got your donation. Okay, I don't say thank you. Okay, I'm not sure where you're going, but thank you. Peace, sincere. How are you, sir? Okay, left-handed. Where do you want to finish up, sir? Because I got other calls I'm going to take.
I no doubt. Salute, man. I appreciate you letting me rock. Again, to add on to the Deion and Jerry situation, Deion's got a lot of recruits coming in. You know what I mean? He's got another recruiting class, a strong recruiting class coming in. So again, that might add on to whether he's going to stay or factor his decision whether he's going to leave or not. So again, man, that's yet to be discovered. We'll talk about it later on. I just think like that's what it is. They're just talking. They're just having conversation. I think at the end of the day, Deion's going to stay, man, at Colorado. Salute to you, man. Salute.
I appreciate you, man.
The Troll Babies is wild as shit. I'm out, man.
Salute. Okay. All right. My guy left-handed tapping in. All right. Okay. Anybody else want to cam up? Cam up. Where's the cam up information for the screen? Hold on a second. Deion Sanders advertising. Grand finale. Do you want to tap in, sir? Do you want to call in and promote your platform? Also, Charles, are you out there? Do you want to call in and talk about your book, sir? The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. Guys, this is a really, really good book. Let me put that on the screen. He's one of my sponsors. He's a returned sponsor, and his book can help you if you are a songwriter, a producer, any type of creator with regards to the industry, whether you're not trying to necessarily shine, you want to just, write music and sell it by way of a publishing house or something like that. This is a book you need to purchase. The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. Tell him I sent you. He's got a lot of experience. He dealt with people at the corporations taking his music, compositions, and the whole term of unsolicited material is very tricky, very tricky. Back in the days, I would never accept music. I would never accept music from people, even if I knew you for like a lot of years, or if we were friends, if you had a son or a nephew, I would never accept music unless you signed a release form. Anyway, this book is a great book that you should definitely purchase. The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. Okay. Peace, Shazam. Good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for tapping. Mr. Controversy, he says, Star, what kind of record do you think left-handed would have if he was a head coach of a football program? I have no idea, sir. He's not on the line. Very knowledgeable man, left-handed. Very knowledgeable man. He then says, Star, ain't nobody borrowing the Detroit. Did you mean to say bothering the Detroit Lions? They paperweight like the Vikings were. As we speak, I got bets that Lions. You meant to say Lions? So you spelled it Lyings. Lions fans are backing out of, period. The Rams got them shocking. You meant to say shaking in their boots. Thank you. So that man Spence Scrollo, Oh, where's white boy Rory? Rory, you there? I could have swore I saw you in the queue. Okay, area code 601. Good evening. Extended show. Are you there? 601 12.
How you doing this evening, sir?
Hey, how are you, man?
Doing all right. I'm a 45-year-old male, and I want to talk about the Deion and Cowboy thing. I don't think Deion's going to Dallas because.
Can you fix that phone, sir? It sounds crazy. Sounds crazy.
Can you hear me now?
No. Are you on a headset, a speakerphone? I got time, sir, but you got to make some adjustments. That sounds horrible.
How we sounding now?
Well, let me ask my kids. Troll Babies, how does his phone sound? It sounds like a T-Mobile, sir, like you're in the Project Stairway. Sounds crazy.
Can you hear me still, or we still messed up?
Well, can you take it off and just talk to me on the phone just for like 5 or 10 minutes? Can you take it off?
I got you on the phone. Sir. Okay. My phone's messing up.
Okay. We got T-Mobile? You got T-Mobile?
Yeah, it's a T-Mobile phone, but I've called before, so
okay.
That's the thing. So.
Go ahead, sir. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Okay, well, this is the thing. I don't think Deion Sanders is going to take that job because he can't control those NFL players. He can control kids, but he can't control grown men making money. So I don't think he's going to take that job. And the second thing is also he hasn't won anything. Like every big bowl game he's went to, he's lost. So why would you want to hire somebody that can't even win the big bowl game?
I'm listening to you, and you're making a lot of sense. You know, at first I was saying, "Yo, bring Deion in," bring him in. But since Shannon Sharp, really laid things out earlier, and I really had some time to digest what he and Jeffrey Saturday said. I don't know if that would be the right fit for him. Do you know about Jerry Jones? Is he still the same? Does he need to micromanage and coach the coaches?
Well, that's what he does. If you're a Cowboys fan who's been around football for a long time, that's what Jerry does. He cannot give control of the team up to anybody. He wants to make all the decisions and stuff like that. This is why the Cowboys suck. So if you're going to pay Dak Prescott $60 million and he's going to sit the bench, that's kind of crazy. Why would I pay a quarterback $60 million? He's not good. He's taking
because he's a bust.
Twice, I believe.
He's a bust. Put
well, but you don't. But start. You don't pay Buck $60. You don't pay Buck $60 million.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you don't do that. So like I say, if the Cowboys win a bigger brand, Deion would be a great name. But the Cowboys are already a bigger brand. It's like the richest franchise, like in sports, I believe. So by getting Deion there, won't really make a difference. It'll bring some excitement to the arena. But if I was Deion, I would stay in college because I can control the players that I have. I'm not going to be able to go tell a Dak Prescott you need to do this or tell a CeeDee Lamb you need to go do that. These guys are making more money than I am. So how much tell them something?
I have not studied Jerry Jones, since the 90s. And then when I guess Tony Romo was his favorite. When Tony Romo went, 9 or 10 years, just, flopping and flopping. I got off the train, man. Not that I was ever a Cowboys fan, but I mean, I held him down as much as I could. I said, I'm out of here. Tony Romo.
What actually Cowboys curse what happened when he fired Jimmy Johnson. Everything went downhill from there. He still won one Super Bowl with Barry Switzer.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, it went downhill. So Jerry has to get out. He has to get out that chair. In order for the Cowboys to be successful, he has to get out that chair. He's a great person to come down to developing or drafting talent. But as far as picking coaches, he can't do it. Actually, McCarthy was a bad coach in the first place. He should have picked somebody else, in my opinion.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. McCarthy had a pretty good winning record. He just couldn't get over the hump, right?
Yeah. But when you think Jerry Jones, would you think Super Bowl? And I think the Cowboys had been to a Super Bowl in the last 20 years or something like that. You get more bigger events.
Stay with me, sir. I'm sure you're much more knowledgeable than I am in this particular area. Is Deion Sanders Jerry Jones' boy? Is that his boy? His boy.
No, I don't think it's his boy, but those players that play for the Cowboys, they're loyal to that brand. because you got to remember
it
something.
doesn't mean that's a racial thing, but down in Arlington, Fort Worth, boy,
Yeah,
that's my boy, my boy. So now I'm asking you because if that's his boy, he might give him free reign. He might let Deion come in and handle shit the same way. What did Shannon Sharp say? Mike Shanahan in Denver. You could not go around him and talk to the owner. Shannon Sharp said that. He said, if you did that, you're out of there. Did you catch that?
But this is the thing, though, about Mike Shanahan, though. He came from a 49ers organization that had Bill Walsh. And the way that organization...
It doesn't matter, sir. He got the rings. He got the ring. We talking about the rings. He got the rings, right?
He did.
Mike Shanahan.
But he got his rings from the 49ers first, then from, Denver as a head coach.
So how many rings did Mike Shanahan get in Denver? I don't know. I can Google it. Hold on a second.
He got 2.
Okay. So the question,
I believe you,
and I'll let you, land your plane here. If Deion Sanders is Jerry Jones' boy, that's my boy. He might.
No, I don't.
Hang on, sir. Let me just lay this out, please. Give me a second. I'm grooving off the one. He might let him take the reins. 5-year contract. We can't get no worse. That's my boy. Might get a ring. Okay, land your plane.
Star, like I said, I don't think Deion is cut out for the NFL right now. Like I said before, as he's been saying, he wants to play with his sons. Yeah, okay. So there's no way possible that he can get his sons in a Cowboy uniform unless, after the 5-year contract is up, 4-year contract is up,
gotcha.
Then they can go to Dallas. Right. But I just don't foresee him going to Dallas because he's not, like I said, he hasn't won anything in college for one thing. And the second thing is he can't control them grown men.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, sir. All right.
Troll babies. Is Deion Sanders Jerry Jones' boy? How did their relationship end? Hang on a second. Let me Google this. Might be his boy. Let my boy take over. I got 2 feet in the grave now. We got to get a ring, goddamn. Okay. So, after Atlanta in 1993, primetime, well, back in those days, he was called Neon Deion Sanders, went to San Francisco. Remember that in 1994? Hey, Frisco, as he used to say. Hey, Frisco. So he was with the Cowboys 1995, 96, 97, 98, 99. That might be his boy. I'm just saying. Guys on the screen, that's my Zelle information if you want to support the machine. Ecuador, are you out there or anybody from Venezuela? According to Newsweek, the president of Venezuela is talking about liberating Puerto Rico. Liberating Puerto Rico from America. Widespread protest, and this article came out. Blade, you sent me this, yes? I think we should let him have it. We should let him have it. What's white boy Rory? Rory, are you calling in? Are you up to speed? Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, somebody checking in from Texas. Are you there? Area code 210. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, what's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
All right. Yeah, but let's go with this sports on this Deion.
Can you turn down something in the background so I want to hear what you're saying? We really need you to educate us.
Oh, okay. What about now?
Okay. Are you? Well, I hear an echo in the background. Are you from Fort Worth? Where you calling from, sir?
No, me. Okay, you got it now?
Good. Yeah, there you go. Good.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, we know how this goes. Yeah, Deion got out of that contract. I heard you ask about it. He can always get out of that contract. Yeah, even if he gets sued by Colorado, Jerry Jones will get him out of it. Mm-hmm. But that would be fun to watch you gotta, you seen what he did in Colorado. He made it exciting for you to watch Colorado. Nobody really paid attention to him, so that will be exciting. But now for him to get Bogart get both of his sons there would be difficult at this point in time. But I would want to see Shador get there and replace Dak Prescott, because I know they tired of it. I stay in Texas. They tired of that. Yeah, that ran its course.
Didn't that mulatto just tear down his house to rebuild the house as if shit was sweet? You know what I'm talking about?
They tore down his house?
Dak Prescott tore down his house to rebuild it. I said, well, he must think he's good with the Cowboys for the next 5 years. I saw that.
Come on. Yeah, but he's rooted in Texas, so he's still gonna be okay. But they ain't ran him out of here like they did people like Kawhi Leonard. Like certain people, they don't like you no more. You'll get booed out of here. Dak, he kind of did what the best he could do. He did bring him some notoriety, but he just couldn't get him over the hump. Look, Dallas ain't won in 30 years, man. They can't put all the blame on Dak because he ain't been there for 30 years. But the way it's going to go right now, I think, like you say, Jerry Jones want this last hurrah. If he can pull this off and get Deion in there, man, you know how many people, they already the top team anyway. So I think that would be great for sports. And they would separate themselves from baseball and NBA like further than what they are right now. Because that's exciting to me. I know it is to me.
Are you born and raised in Texas, sir? You born and raised in Texas?
No, I'm East Coast, but I've been staying in Texas for about 15 years now. So I kind of get how they get down, whatever. I'm a what's called an expat type of deal down here. I'm not used to it. I'm used to people from Jersey, New York, DC. So it's a different thing down here. They got money, but they country with it. So I'm trying to, I'm in between. So
let me jump in and say this. Let me jump in and say this. Here's what I respect about the Cowboys. They spend the goddamn money like the Yankees. You may not like them, but they spend the money. So I would love to see a Super Bowl, by the Cowboys. Again, listen, I fuck with Troy Aikman heavy back in the days, huh? He would stand in a pocket and take a shot, get a concussion, and then come back the following Sunday and never complain. Never complain.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. They're a different breed. Yeah, they're a different breed down here in Texas. Definitely for sure. I mean, they're gonna make you watch it. I don't care if they're not your team. You still want to, even if you want them to lose, you still gonna watch Dallas. It's a couple of teams that play sports. You want the Yankees, the Boston, the Lakers, Golden State. It's certain teams you just want to watch them play all the time, and it's good for TV and good for entertainment. You just got to respect that. I just wish they could have won like the Spurs win and how the Patriots was winning. The Cowboys, for some reason, they got knocked off track and never came back. But yeah, it's fun. All
right, before you go, sir, before you go. So would you like to see Deion coaching the Cowboys? He and Jerry Jones had a phone conversation yesterday. He released a statement. I read it earlier. Would you like to see him there? Final words.
Oh yes, definitely. He'll be there. He'll be there. It's nothing left in Colorado. His son's about to leave and all that. Yeah, we good. We good over here. Pick up the pieces. Thank you, Star.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah. White Boy Rory, check your email. I sent you the link to Cam Up. Okay. Someone sent me an email with regards to Drake. Okay, I don't want to focus on that right now. Oh, wait a minute. There he is, Florida Boy Jay. Yes, sir, on a Tuesday. I appreciate you tapping in.
I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We moving, shaking, and popping, but this is a potentially monumental a story that is developing right now, and I had to call in, I had to tap in, and where you want to start off at? I haven't been listening, so I don't know where you guys have touched base on, so I don't want to regurgitate anybody's point.
So Deion Sanders released a statement with regards to the phone call that he and Jerry Jones had yesterday. Did you see his statement?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think Deion's also.
Okay. So they are talking. The interview has yet to be set up. So this could happen. I know people have been trying to say, "Oh, no, they're not going to get rid of Dak." Yada yada yada. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. I like where Shannon Sharp and Jeffrey Saturday were going earlier. They were totally against Stephen A. Smith, who for some reason is now tip riding Deion Sanders and the Cowboys. And based upon what Shannon Sharp, again, and Jeffrey Saturday was saying, I don't know if this would be the best move for Deion unless Jerry Jones is going to give him, free reign. Your thoughts, Florida Boy J?
I personally think this is going to be the greatest moment in American sports. You literally have the black version and the white version of the same person. Two niggas who love the cameras and love the microphone. You got two people who wouldn't want to play for a coach whose name is Prime Time?
Right.
Like, what you mean getting hyped for the game? Nigga, when you look up Prime Time games, my coach is in the dictionary.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, right. I'm getting hyped seeing Deion Sanders with the cowboy hat on the sidelines as a Cowboy coach.
Right.
We talking about if you really want to make the Cowboys America's team, you put the black man behind the play sheet and Deion Sanders with Jerry Jones. The interview process has been going on for the last 30 years. I personally think that they're probably going to sign the contract on the 30-year anniversary that Deion Sanders signed his contract as a Dallas Cowboy in 1995.
That would be hot.
Don't quote me, but this might be the first time you heard it here. I mean, he's known Deion Sanders over half this man's life since he was a young kid in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? During the draft process, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So why not bring it full circle? You already broke the bank with Deion Sanders when you signed him to like a 5 to 7 year deal as a Dallas Cowboy to play cornerback. Overpaid there, right? You overpaid there, and it paid off to the Super Bowl. Why not bring the last nigga who took you to the Super Bowl to take you back?
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. But now you would know better than me. Is Jerry Jones desperate for a ring? But before he checks out, I mean, he's almost got 2 feet in the grave. What do you think?
Absolutely. He said if there was a price you could pay for a Super Bowl, I would buy it. He is to his dying day. Like, I mean, you can see it. His mood swings when they win, when they lose.
Right. He's
cussing out not cussing out, but he's going off on the people he does the radio shows with now. He's the first guy at the presser. Jerry Jones is the Cowboys. The one thing about Deion Sanders is Deion Sanders, he give him the players and give him the coaches. He already had an NFL staff at Colorado. Let Jerry Jones do the talking. Both of them do the talking. Jerry Jones isn't going to usurp Deion, and Deion isn't going to usurp Jerry Jones because who knows Jerry better than the guy who was already playing under him and won under Jerry Jones and with him. The whole Dak Prescott conversation, I will say, is interesting. But I don't think that the hang-up is going to be, I need to bring my son here or I'm not signing a contract. I think what's going on here...
Bingo, if I can jump in right there. Only Deion knows. I mean, I know he loves Shador, but only Deion knows if Shador could be that guy at the helm. Now, hypothetically speaking, if you were Deion Sanders and let's say you did the deal with Jerry Jones, okay, you're the new head coach, and Shador is coming with you. Would you keep Dak Prescott in there and Shador as a backup, or would you put Shador in there? Off the rip.
If that was possible, I would definitely move Dak Prescott. There's no way I would There's no way you could. That'll just be a quarterback. That'll just be too much of a circus every week, every day. Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, Shador, Deion. That's too much. That's too much overload, media overload. I honestly think that they're going to roll with Dak Prescott because at the end of the day, I think what's missing from the Dallas Cowboys from all these years isn't really the players on the field. We've been saying that since Bill Parcells came through and got Tony Romo, T.O., and Jason Witten and DeMarcus Ware and them boys. Ever since that era, Cowboys came in after Quincy Carter and Dave Campo and them whole ass niggas, Rocket Ishmael and boys. The Cowboys have had talented teams to win Super Bowls. They just don't have the coaches and the backbone to inspire those players to have those players play for something bigger than the star on those helmets. Those players don't play for the coaches. Jason Garrett, think about it, Star. If outside of Jimmy Johnson, if you coach the Dallas Cowboys, tell me who gets the
Tell the audience, for those who don't know, when you say Jason, who you're talking about. Everybody doesn't know the details.
I'm sorry. Jason Garrett, he's a former Dallas Cowboy coach. I was referencing that to say the position Deion Sanders is taking, it is risky because when you fail as a Dallas Cowboy coach, you really don't get a second crack at a head coaching position.
Right.
Maybe one.
Let me jump in right there, please. Let me jump in right there, please. Now, I'm just going off of older wisdom here. You know the ins and the outs and the technical stuff much better than I. But going off of older wisdom, you know what the best thing to do would be if I were Deion Sanders and I got the head coaching job and Shador comes with me? Talk to Shador and say, let Dak be the starter. Leave the pressure on him. He more than likely, he can't handle the pressure based upon his track record. Let the pressure be on him. The same way Drew Bledsoe, right? At the Patriots. Once he got out the way and Brady came in, that was it. You never, ever heard of Drew Bledsoe again. Leave the pressure on Dak. He's already proven he can't win the big one. So it just, to me, again, that's just older wisdom. Don't rush Shador in there because as soon as he loses one game, he's too young. He can't get it. Doesn't understand. You know, it's the big leagues. Leave Dak in there. Dak might win out of 5 games. He'll win 2. But the 3 that he will lose, his confidence will be it. That'll be it. He'll say, "Take me out, Coach Prime. I can't do this." Anyway, can you sit tight? I'm not saying you have to go. Can you hang on?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. White boy Rory, hold on a second. Rory wants to join the conversation. Rory, good to see you. Let's keep the language easy. Yeah.
Cracking. What's up? What's good? What's going on? I got the Godfather Harlem hat.
What's that?
Got the Godfather Harlem hat.
I like
Firekeepers, 121st and 8th Avenue. Okay. Jim Jones, you don't know Harlem like I know Harlem. You's a liar. You're not from Taft houses. Can't expose you. Only crack you ever seen cooked up in the house was when Mama Jones was smoking it in front of you.
Oh, okay. Whoa, don't do that. Rory. Whoa, slow down. Nancy and I are very cool. Don't do that. Now, you want to focus on Jim Jones dropping the response track to Cameron and Mace? Want to start there?
Yeah, no doubt. It was weak. For a guy, everybody says, he stepped his game up. The last 20 years, last 10 years, he been rapping. He stepped it. How you going to put together a 3-minute freestyle where somebody threw you a layup? Your Jim Jones is broke compared to Cam and Mason, all of them. He's broke. They gave him something, and he couldn't even come up with a good freestyle. He couldn't even put a beat together. His lazy, funky ass, punk ass, what he did was turn on the IG and some dumb bitch sitting next to him with a bonnet on her head. So you should capitalize on this. That's the type of rap that should sound like. You should capitalize on this. You should jump on IG and spitting something off the top of the dome. Come on, man. Yo, Jimmy, you going out bad. Just like you should. just like you should. You was a federal informant. And if you was ever on a white boy case or an Italian case, if you was from my neighborhood, you would have never stepped foot back in the neighborhood. Everybody in the gang went to jail except for you. Nah, man. You would have got knocked on. They would have been knocking on your door, man. They've been knocking on your door and carrying you out. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. You know, I got to be honest, Star. This guy, his whole career has talked about, I was in Harlem. I seen crack houses. I was there. I'm the next guy after Alpo and Rich Porter. And it comes out, none of that was true. Just like I've been saying, just like a lot of people been saying, none of that is true. Cam said it. You was never in Harlem until you were 20-something years old and your grandma passed away. You got the apartment in the projects. You got an apartment in a project passed down to you, right? And then the other thing,
I thought he was in his
he's
teens.
my age.
I thought he was in his teens when he got the apartment.
Say it again?
I thought he was in his teens, like, 15.
No, he wasn't no teen. He wasn't no teen. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows him from the east side. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows him. You ask any blogger, anybody from Harlem, nobody knows him. Never heard of him until he got with Dipset. Nobody heard of him. Nobody knows him. On the other part of that is if you was always in the mix and you was some big blood, you was throwing up all that, and you was selling crack and all of that. I'm the same age as him. We grew up in a Giuliani and Stop and Frisk era. You would have had to went to Rikers Island a couple of times. I'm not saying you had to be a big prison guy and do a whole lot of time, but you definitely had to touch the island a couple of times if you was really outside and you was slinging drugs. So, come on, man. If he was Italian, he'd be in the East River.
Hold on, Rory. I went to Rikers in the early 80s for staring. Do you remember what staring was?
Say it again. For what?
For staring. Staring a sale.
Right. Just saying, go up, you get it over there. Just that's it. No, just for saying, no, my man over there. That bitch over there's holding it. Give me the money.
Hang on. I took the undercover cop to go buy the coke. I steered the sale. I thought I was going to get some, some PC. I said, no, you come with us.
Right. Conspiracy. Right. But this cat was cooking it up on the stove, and he had a million guys on the block. Never seen the island.
For the boy Jay, Rory, hold on. Do you want to comment on Jim Jones and Cam and Mace? For the boy Jay, do you want to stick to the sports?
Now I want to comment for sure on the Jim Jones and Mace situation. To be honest,
go ahead.
Being somebody of the younger generation is crazy because like Cameron, Mace, Jim Jones, like these guys are like they were the coolest like rappers to people even outside of New York, right? Like when they were cool. One thing, even with Jim Jones, like people get on Jim Jones now because he's older, but Jim Jones was putting on Chrome Hearts in like 2002, 2003. Niggas is busting down Chrome Hearts now like it's something new. It's a lot of fashion that Jim Jones put us on. So sometimes we like to crap on Jim Jones, but I know it's easy to. But, Jim Jones he's got his weight up in the rap game. The situation at hand, though, what I see from my point is I see somebody in this situation isn't getting a bag, and it seems like it's Jim Jones. He's giving me, like, Dame Dash vibes in a way where it's like, bro, you're doing, like, a lot of unnecessary hating, and at the end of the day, you're stopping your bag because you're going to need a Dipset reunion tour before Cameron going to need one. You're going to need to do some Dipset merch sign-off and need Cam's signature before Cam needs your signature to get any type of bag. On top of the fact, when you're talking about a nigga who taught you how to rap, you're talking about a guy you were fans of because you were hearing their freestyles. You can't be sitting here getting mad at Cameron and Mace if Mace playing Cameron out in front of you niggas. You the little nigga. If my two OGs was having a spat, it ain't about for me to pick sides, for me to figure out what's what. I gotta just stay loyal to the bigger cause. Yes, he at the later years he handled Dipset. But at the end of the day, do I think what Cameron was right when he basically called him out for being a fan? No. But what was right was the information he shed light on about all the young niggas, all the YNs who looked up to Jim Jones, who fought behind Jim Jones, even the guys he didn't mention that wrote songs and hooks for Jim Jones, who ended up dead or in jail, behind just, rocking with Jim Jones and wanting to be rappers or wanting to be entrepreneurs or wanting to get out of the streets or wasn't even in the streets and ended up in behind bars or in the grave being and running behind Jim Jones. That's nobody's that's all I gotta say.
Okay.
To that.
Well, hey, stay with me. I want to continue talking to you about sports.
For sure.
Okay, so Rory, do you want to talk about Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones? You just want to stick on the Cameron, Mace, and JJ topic?
I hope Deion come to the Jets, man. Be honest with you. I hope Deion come to the Jets, and I don't care he got gout. I don't care he only got 1 foot, all of that. I don't care if they got to wheel him onto the chair. I think he brings Deion's the man. He's a legend, man. You can see he inspires people,
Right.
especially the black dudes. And the black dudes be running football. Yeah, the black dudes be running football. Yeah. So I think he'll bring people to the franchise, and I wouldn't mind. Yo, Deion's the man. I wouldn't mind. I grew up watching Deion play. So
Right.
Deion legend, man. If he comes to the Jets, I'll be happy.
Do the Jets have an opening for a coach and a quarterback? I would imagine so. Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, they fired the coach. Yeah, they fired the coach. Mid-season, and
that makes sense. You bring in Deion Sanders and you bring in Shador to back up Aaron Rodgers on the last year of his contract. What do you think of that?
I think that sounds hot, but hell no. The reason I say hell no that is because I do think Aaron Rodgers is coming back, despite what people say. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come back to the Jets. But I definitely don't see Deion Sanders going up the cold-ass New York. Even though he was in Colorado, I don't see him going to New York, dealing with New York media, Woody Johnson and his crazy ass, and all the dysfunction with the New York Jets.
He gets the most money in New York.
There's no way.
He gets the most money in New York.
Way. No. The Cowboys are the most valuable franchise in sports. I'm thinking if we're talking about money,
the Knicks are the most valuable franchise in sports.
I think it is.
Hold on, Rory. But Jay, come on.
Yeah. What I'm saying is too. The reason why the Cowboys are match made in heaven is what other team are you going to go to on Sunday where the head coach got more jerseys in the stands than the starting quarterback?
Right.
Deion Sanders. Where are you going to go? Like when he goes to the Cowboys, I'm going to be a Cowboys fan. We're Deion Sanders supporters from the time he played for the Florida State Seminoles to the Atlanta Braves. Wherever he goes, we go. Colorado, we Buffaloes. JSU, we Jaguars. Wherever he go, we go. If Deion Sanders signs a contract tomorrow, we getting Dallas Cowboy Diamond Turfs, dropping with Nike with the Mitchell and Ness throwback Dallas Cowboy Championship Deion Sanders jersey. We stunting and fronting. And Star My Lion, niggas love it. White people love it. This is going to be.
Hold on. I'll respond to what you're saying. No, I forgot about the Jets organization. I think that might be a better fit for Deion Sanders and Shador. I don't think there would be that much pressure. I could see Deion doing even more in terms of advertising and endorsement deals. Hey, it's New York, the number one market. That may even be a better fit than Dallas. What do you think?
The reason why I say I'm going to decline that is not even to get too technical, whatever. But Deion's defensive coordinator is already in place at Dallas. The secondary coach, Al Harris, is already in place at Dallas.
Okay.
You've already done business with Jerry Jones. You already have a home. You built a high school in Dallas, in the greater, in the suburb area. You are a legend for the Cowboys. Okay. You're gonna go there. Yo, Michael Irvin gonna get a bag. Terry Aikman is about to get a bag. Emmitt Smith, all the old Cowboys you forgot like Marcellus, all these obscure niggas is about to get a bag. You know, money follows Deion Sanders, and why not take it back home to where you win your last ring at, get Jerry Jones the last Super Bowl, and turn the Cowboys back into America's team for real, because it will be. And we will all be Cowboy fans with Deion Sanders jersey.
Okay. Stay with
me. It's a campaign.
Yeah, stay with me, Florida Boy Jay, unless you have to go. You good for another 5 minutes?
Yeah, we good. We good. Okay. We riding out.
All right, Rory, where do you want to go with regards to either Jim Jones? I think you pretty much already summed that up, or the possible Deion Sanders going to the Cowboys based upon the conversation he had with Jerry Jones.
Yeah, I kind of thought this. I thought that nigga was from Jacksonville. I don't know what the goddamn Dallas Cowboys. You know, I mean, that's just like a front runner. It's like a bunch of people from Louisiana rooting for the Bulls in 93, 94. You know, stick to your team, man. Whatever. You know, I really don't.
Rory, listen.
I'm not surprised you voted for the Cowgirls. I'm not surprised you voted for the Cowgirls.
One at a time.
Talk about Emmitt Smith and Michael.
Listen, Rory. I ain't even gonna front. I'm not gonna front on you or anybody else. I'm a Florida State fan. I'm a Deion Sanders fan for anywhere he goes, anyways. But if he definitely goes to Dallas Cowboys, even though I'm a Jaguar fan and we're trash, I'm definitely rooting for Deion. If he so happens to be the coach of the Cowboys, I'm rooting for the Cowboys for Deion Sanders. I can't act like I'm not. I ain't gonna be one of these niggas who's gonna be fake hating on this nigga and popping out week 12 when they 9-3. Nah, we starting the party now. We starting the campaign now. Deion for president. Bring America's team back, man.
Right, Rory,
it's gonna only take Deion Sanders to do it.
Rory, you have the floor. Rory.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so excited about Deion. I think Deion would be cool for president. We got Trump. White boys on top for the next 4 years. I don't know if you heard. We whooped that mammy and all of that, dragged her out of town. You know, Deion would have been one probably, you know, getting on stage talking about vote for Kamala. So, no, it would be a blessing if he came to the Jets organization.
You took that as literal.
Just not like, you know.
Okay, Rory took that as literal president. No, I'm not saying literal like president of the United States. I'm saying if he's going to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, with Jerry Jones, this might as well be the sports presidency right now going on in Dallas.
Don't nobody care about the Cowgirls. I mean, you know, they had their run in the 90s. You talk about bringing guys back from the 90s like this is rappers, like this Cameron and Jim Jones. They're not getting on the field. Michael Irvin ain't getting on the field. Emmitt Smith ain't getting on the field. The hell you talking about?
Rory.
Deion Sanders gonna be on the sideline.
I don't listen, Rory. I agree with you with everything you said about the Cowboys. I hate it just as much as everybody else when we talk about the Cowboys on the A block because they're trash. But what Jerry Jones said earlier is, their off-season training camp when they have the people in Irvine, Texas, and sell the tickets, that was the lowest attendance they ever had. When the Cowboys play now, 30% of the stadium is still other teams' fans. The Dallas Cowboy interest is now touching his pockets, and I think the only thing that can make them more polarizing than ever is putting a nigga like Deion Sanders at the head coaching position. To hate Cowboys.
I gotta say, hold up. For a guy who is so FBA, Jerry Jones was in a picture protesting against the black girls and the black kids going to school when he was when that went down. When Bullcup, right? This guy is a full-on racist. And here he is talking about we're going to work for this white racist down south and we're going to put all our black legends on this team. And this white racist who stood up and didn't want to let black girls go to goddamn school to integrate into a school. That's who. See, this is so. You want to be FBA, but you got a Kunta Kinte mentality, because you're from down south. The brothers up north, I'm serious, the black dudes up north, it's F Jerry Jones, and if Deion Sanders want to come to New York Jets and come down with some, integrated northern shit, then we cool. But he over here camping for KKK. He over here capable. I went to school with Shamika. I went to school with Shamika.
One at a time. Hold on, Rory. Hold on. Let him respond. Hold on.
Yeah, Rory's going senile. He don't know what he's saying. I don't know why Rory's trying to use other black people to shield his white ass. If we want to talk about niggas in sports, niggas in New York don't get no props. Y'all like James Dolan's racist ass, and you just told Deion to go play for Woody Allen. We're talking about
you want him back on a plantation. You want him back on a KKK plantation.
You're making a straw man argument. You're making a straw man argument. You're making a straw man argument.
Guys, one at a time. One at a time. Let Florida Boy Jay speak, and then I'm coming to you, Rory, please. But stop yelling when he's talking. Come on.
Listen, man. Listen, dog. I know Rory gets nervous. He has anxiety. That I'm going to be bringing up the fact that he has a butt plug collection and all that, and that he, you know what I'm saying, was just in the trans parade. But listen, we were sticking to sports. It's not a flirting exhibition. So anyways, like I was saying before, you goofy ass potato eater. Like I said before, this is about sports. If we want to talk about these owners in sports, there's not a black owner in sports. Magic Johnson is a minority owner. You got certain niggas who have ownership groups, but we're not having an FBA conversation where Deion Sanders is about to go find the black owner in the NFL.
You picked the biggest KKK guy in the whole NFL.
You're trying to find low-hanging fruit to feel like you can get a win. Like he's exposing you every time. Why don't you show us the footage of when you got packed out at CVS or you got packed out in the subway? You talk about all these New York niggas getting beat up, but how many times you got beat up and got your head kicked in New York by multiple races, black and Hispanic? You really want to go there? Oh, now you want to talk. Where did his teeth fall out?
No,
his teeth fell out?
He's right there.
Bro, did his eye fell out? What happened? What happened to the white boy? See, I ain't like the rest of these goofy niggas who call up here and be giggling.
Yo, you said I should stay quiet.
I taught you like my own.
Come on, man. Don't play me like that.
Why you choosing Saturday now?
Where the master? The master in Dallas. Jerry Jones, your master.
You a scared nigga in the wig. Under your colors, call the star.
Yo, Kuta, get there. Yo, Kuta, get there.
I exposed you again.
Play football, boy. Play football.
I'll fire your ass up
play
again,
football.
Rory.
Play football.
Your boyfriend, be the big spoon or the little spoon, or go pick up another nigga in that dress you got out right now. Because you're supposed to be on the block. Nigga, it's your night shift. And you can't be on the phone with us. You're supposed to be on the phone with John. It's a night shift.
Okay.
What we doing?
All right. Okay. All right.
Yo, put the hit there. You bow down to your white master, Jerry Jones.
Hold on a second.
You know, Star, I can't do the black girl thing. You know, this guy's like Shamika. He's like Shamika.
Okay, hold on. Hold on for the boy Jay. Hold on for the boy Jay.
This is a black girl. A black girl going crazy.
Listen to me.
Oh, God.
I'm getting backed up on the calls. I need you to land your plane by yourself. I'll bring Florida Boy Jay when you're done, please. What do you want to finish up at?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I can't really do this with Shamika and Tamika. He got the whole neck rolling and jive ass turkey and black girl thing going on. Meanwhile, he wants all the NFL legends to play for white races or no white races. You know. He's just a typical Southern. He's just a typical Southern black. He knows his place. As long as he has a porch and some lemonade to drink, he's okay. Yo, Florida Boy Jay, practice your harmonica and your iced tea. You Southern goddamn slave.
Come on. Land your plane. I gotta go.
I ain't never fight no white guy in his life.
Good to talk to you.
All right.
Hold on, guys. Let me. Whew. Okay, Florida Boy Jay, sit tight. Are you good? You want to hang out?
Yeah. Hey, was I on mute that whole time or not?
Well, I had to let him land his plane. You're back, but now hold on a second. I want to bring in the Most High. Peace, the Most High. Good evening, sir. How are you? Thank you for tapping in.
Star, peace.
Peace.
Most High was popping.
FBJ, peace.
Okay.
Peace.
So we're talking.
No more Tethalaklia?
Well, hang on. I'm going to focus on the topics, okay?
All right.
Okay, so Jim Jones dropped a response, a snippet today on Instagram. Are you up to speed on that? He's talking directly.
Yes, sir, I am.
Cameron and Mace, can we start there, please? The Most High.
So me personally, I'm in support of Jimmy right now.
Okay.
For real, pause. Like on some seriousness, good for him. Finally, good for him. So I want this to be boss. He definitely got better since his beginnings in Dipset or beginning in rap.
Right.
And I wanna correct something. This is not on no beef type vibes, but in That's Me, the song That's Me by Cameron, he said, Jimmy, I'm gonna get you up out of 5H. So they've been together for a little minute. That's Me came out in like 2000, 2001.
Okay.
So they've been around for a little minute. And one thing I want to dispute too is, it's funny how you was a fan. You just had your grandmother died. You had a crib, so I hung out there. But you hung out there. He was a fan. He was lame. He was this and that. But you went and hung out there. You know what I'm saying? He gave you a little trap house so you could get your cook up going. You was taking your broads there. You was knocking them down. So how you let a fan, somebody you called a fan, turn into the most integral part of your clique? He was the capo. So he ended up being more important to the Dipset movement than anybody else other than Cam. And at one time in the mid 2000s, there was no Cam. So when Cam went to Ohio, no disrespect, when he was dealing with IBS, when he went to Chicago, he went to Ohio, he just flipped the script. He did something different for a little while.
Right.
So obviously we all know that Jim Jones held it down with Ballin'. And can I ask, Star, do you not think that Ballin' was the biggest song in the history of the whole Diplomats?
I haven't checked the numbers in a while, but it was huge. It's a huge song.
In terms of popularity, I would stake my life on the fact that it's the most recognizable Dipset song. It was the most mainstream radio airplay. I would have to say yes. I didn't check the numbers, but in terms of airplay, radio rotation and whatever the case is,
I forget.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying in terms of that. So Jimmy is, even if he was a fan, look what he transformed himself into. I never bought any of his music. I heard a lot of his mixtapes. I never purchased none of his stuff, but the stuff that I've heard, he has definitely got better as an MC. And this should stay back and forth. If it's gonna go back and forth, and they're gonna show skills. And let me say this: Harlem dudes, they do multi-syllable rap. You know what I'm saying? Big L, God Bless the Dead. Mace, Cameron, they all. Well, Lord Finesse is the pioneer. That's my style of rap, but
my guy,
they perfect. That's like my idol type. But anyway, long story short, they all got skills, all of them. But in terms of making good songs, the last generation, the last 20 years, you have to give it to Jim Jones. He kept Diplomats alive, for better or for worse, and not one person in Dipset is undefeated. Not one in terms of, in the streets, beef, everybody got something hanging over them. Pause. Mace got his problems. Remember Jim Jones back in the days, early 2000s? That you better? Is that you better? So, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, Most High, can I ask you a question? Why was,
yes, sir.
And this, I don't know if you've seen it, but why was Jim Jones twerking on the top of the roof on a Get Him Daddy video? Like, what kind of Dipset situation was that going on? Do you know what part I'm talking about? Sorry, you know what part I'm talking about, Jim Jones?
I don't want to remember that. Go ahead.
Twerking. Why was he twerking on the roof, man?
I don't remember that, and I don't want to see that ever again. Yeah. And I'm not going back to watch the video to see that either. Respectfully to you, Florida boy, Jay.
Man. I'm gonna see. I'm just saying, go ahead.
I just want to say real quick, big up Jim Jones for firing back with the bars. I actually dug his little 8-12 bars or whatever he was spitting. Yeah. The beat was fire. I don't know what other son was talking about. The beat was fire. So he came back. He was free in his own way. That's the younger generation. That's a whole nother way. That's some Harlem mess. That's how they dress. That's how they get down. Big up Harlem for having their style. That's some Harlem dudes going at it, bro.
That's some Harlem dudes. I'm starting better than you. You was a bum when I met you.
Right,
I was a bum, but I'm up now. Now you know what I'm saying? So it's some Harlem stuff at the end of the day. So if they keep it bars, I'm with it. I want to hear everybody get at each other if it's like that. But straight up, Star, the last 20 years, no lie, Jim Jones held down Dipset. They've been in the public eye because of him, for better and for worse. And I want to add on.
If I can jump in, to my recollection, Ballin was bigger than Oh Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Hey Ma.
Yeah. I never liked Hey Ma.
You know what I'm saying? And watch this. And yo, Star, I know I'm not promoting no beef, and this is not no beef.
Right.
Mel Matrix was just on Doggy Diamonds calling from prison, and he said Capo didn't tell nothing on him. This interview was this past weekend.
Okay.
So this is fresh. You feel me? So Doggy Diamonds interviewed Mel Matrix. They've been longtime friends, Bed-Stuy connection, all that. So this is verifiable, valid, information.
And let me jump in for a second. Hey Ma was on Cameron's album, not on a Dipset album. That was on Cam. I'm
just saying Dipset in general, the whole clique. Yeah. Jewel's never had a song bigger than Ballin'. Hellrell never had a song bigger than Ballin'.
I wanted to be specific. That was on Come Home With Me, Cameron's.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But what I'm saying is none of them had a song either together as a collective or as solo artists bigger than Ballin'. So we got it. I feel like Jim Jones definitely deserves his flowers, if you want to call it that, for keeping Dipset in the public eye, for better or for worse. Everybody in Dipset, dudes are resilient. Mace is resilient. Cam is resilient. Jewels is still trying to find his footing. Remember, man, dudes was on Cameron's neck for when he got shot, and he said dudes was throwing up the rock sign right before he got shot. So dudes was trying to kill Cam for that back in the days. So everybody, Mace, mad rumors with Puff, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in Dipset, Jewels is going through it right now, trying to get his footing back. So everybody in Dipset has some real issues in the streets. Their careers floundered at certain times. Now they back up. So salute to them.
Hang on a second. The Most High Florida Boy Jay, do you want to jump in there, sir? And please don't bring up any other twerking references. And please don't send me that video. Please do not.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't send me that.
Listen, man. This is all. Jewels is looking crazy. Hey, y'all see Jewels looking crazy in the Future and Lil Baby video? Like, come on, man.
Wow.
Somebody got to get Jewels off the block, man, and take that bandana off, man. Like, I hear everything you're saying. Them niggas is hustlers. They're going to grind and everything. And I definitely seen the interview on Doggy Diamonds. Definitely said that Jim Jones has a snitch and isn't a snitch. And really, you know what I'm saying, like, protect his name on that level. At the end of the day, you are right. Jim Jones has held it down, even in the blog era when Jewels was falling off because we never got the I Can't Feel My Face collab with him and Wayne. And I get it from Ohio where Cameron wasn't hitting.
Yep.
I know Jim Jones was dropping hits and classics that transcended New York when he hopped on that Drake Find Your Love remix.
I'm going to say something objectively speaking, though. You know, I mean, people take a lot of shots at Joel Santana, but he continues to try. I respect that. He did a track with Jada Kiss. What was it, last year?
It was all right.
Hang on.
It was all right.
Hang on. He continues to try. I can give Joel Santana another 5 years, honestly. What I can't take is niggas in their 50s, 55 plus, talking about, yo, I'm going to the studio, working on some new heat. Stop it. Stop it. Enough already. I don't want to see a nigga in his late 50s or 60s on stage. No. So let's stop all kicking Joel's back. And what is he? He's in his early to mid 40s. He's a young guy still.
Yeah. Yeah. I said
he got his teeth fixed. He's supposed to be in videos with Lil Baby. Come on, let's I don't know where you're going with that, Floyd.
No. Listen.
Yo, do we blame Jadakiss for this?
Let Florida Boy Jay speak to this.
No.
What do you say?
We're not blaming Jada. We can't blame Jadakiss for this no more than we can. He did. All niggas did was expose the truth and remove the facade. Listen, at the end of the day, this is what I'm trying to say. When it comes down to Cameron and Jim Jones, Jim Jones did his thing. Jim Jones was holding down, like I said, during the blog era. He had even Summer in Miami. It was a hit. Even the things he did when he went back and forth with Pusha T a couple years ago. Him being relevant in sneaker culture. Him being, like I said, pushing fashion. Everybody think he the old nigga dressing young. No, he the old nigga that put you young niggas on. I understand Cameron got the show, and I think Cameron, the things he said about what Joel did negatively that impacted some people's view. But last time I checked, a lot of Jim Jones videos be shot in Harlem. A lot of the singers and the people he be featuring when I was coming up looked like they was from Harlem. So even though that Cameron said they came from Harlem for all you want to, but the main reason why I'm from New York, went so hard when Jadakiss did that song was before that song. He's like, I ain't in Miami, I ain't in Ohio, nigga. It's Kiss, I'm outside. That was towards Cam. Nigga, Cam, you don't be in Harlem like Jim. That's why that song hit before it came on, and I'm laying my plan.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Florida Boy Jam, I'm going to sign off with you.
No potato eating. Don't let no potato eating Irish nigga come on this line and talk you crazy into FBA. You pack him out how I packed out Freddie. We came on the line looking half dead, naked and crazy. Naked and crazy. We packed him out. I'm going to sign out, nigga. Peace out. So FBA all day.
Yes,
Real
sir.
nigga hotline.
Okay. The Most High, stay with me, sir. Stay with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're having a good discussion here. Eric, I got your donation from Jersey's Concrete. Good to hear from you, man. Do you want to talk behind the scenes? I got a whole lot of new stuff going on, man. I would love to have you back as a sponsor. Good to hear from you, Eric from Jersey's Concrete. Sit tight. Alejandro, good to hear from you, sir. Okay, and okay. Someone else just sent me an email. Thank you so much. Ram, I got your donation. Ram, are you calling it? Where's Ram? Okay, Ram, what is your area code? I got your email. Email me with your area code on the line, sir. Let me go to area code 480. Good evening. Are you there? On a Tuesday night, 480. Yes, no, maybe. Good evening. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gotta go. Okay. Sit tight. The Most High. Because I do want to talk to you about Deion Sanders a little bit more. Area code 917. Good evening. Are you there? Late night. 917.
PC Star. I just had to call back in and check a country dude from Florida who's saying Jim Jones put anybody on anything. I agree with Rory on that.
Well, hang on a second. Sir, if I spoke to you already, I can't do the same person.
All right, part of self-star. You got it.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I want to get new callers on with all due respect. Okay, the Most High, you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is all speculation with regards to Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones. They did speak yesterday. You saw Deion's statement with regards to the.
I did not see the statement, but I'm aware of them having conversations and.
Let me read it to you.
To talk around it.
Let me read it
yes,
to
sir.
You. Okay.
Yes, sir.
He said to hear from Jerry Jones is truly delightful and intriguing. I love Jerry and believe in Jerry. After you hang up and process it and think about it, it's intriguing. But I love Boulder, and everything there is about our team, the coaches, our student body, and the community. So that was the right thing to say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep.
But now they have yet to schedule the actual interview. So he's interviewing for the job. Let's not act like he's not. He's interviewing. Do you know anything about their relationship that we have not put on the table? Anything that you think could lead to either Deion going in there to coach, or maybe he would pass and circle back later on? What are your thoughts? The Most High.
Well, Jerry Jones has an affinity for Deion because he was able to get them over the hump when they were going up against the 49ers in the mid-90s.
Okay.
So remember, he went to the 49ers first and then went to the Cowboys.
Right.
So when they couldn't beat the 49ers in the 90s, in the mid-90s, I think it was like 94.
Yeah.
Once he went to the Cowboys, they won 2 after that. So my thing, they won 1 after that. My mistake. He won 2. So my thing is that at the end of the day, he has an affinity for Deion. He was the big fish even at that time. He caught that fish, and he served his purpose in multiple ways. He brought profile to America's team, who was in the mix, and they had a resurgence from who they were in the 70s. So he was the catalyst for the stability and the continued ascension for the Cowboys in the 90s. So and he's Deion Sanders. He's definitely one of the top 10 or top 5, all-around players in NFL history. So, there's no doubting his resume, there's no doubting his cachet, and there's no doubting the profile that he brings to your organization and your franchise.
Yeah. So, with all of that being said, and he left the Cowboys in 99 to go to Washington. He was there for 1 year, and then he went to the Ravens. 2004 and 2005.
Yep.
Did they end on good terms in 1999? I forget.
I mean, I don't recall them having like a big blowout at the time in the media or whatever the case is. Deion, made that song "Must Be the Money," so he was going to follow the money. He was going to follow the opportunity.
Okay.
And I don't blame him. The days of the Cowboys that he knew were already out the window.
Right.
So he still has some left in the tank. So he was gonna go wherever. He was a mercenary at that time. So he was gonna go wherever the money was at, and he was gonna be allowed to be Deion. And let me just say, Star, if let's say if they start becoming a perennial playoff contender or championship contender, if they hire him this year, they're America's team all over again.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts about that. They're America's team, and they're going to be foundational Black Americans team if Deion goes there and is successful. I promise you. It's a whole fact.
What year did that bum Tony Romo become the starter for the Cowboys? I'm looking.
Oh, they regret that. They hate that.
Okay, he came in 2003, Tony Romo, and he was there all the way up until 2016.
Yep.
So Deion was long gone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was gone 2 years prior to Tony Romo coming in. So
and can I just add this, Star?
Sure.
The Cowboys need this. The Cowboys need this. They're actually if it wasn't for the Jets, the Cowboys would be the laughing stock of the NFL. For as much as they used to be America's team, Jerry World, he throws around money. He's always in the public eye.
Right.
They always have big expectations during the preseason. Right. They usually do good for some. They usually run off a string of victories at some point every season, and then they flounder when it counts. The Dallas Cowboys as a franchise, Jerry Jones needs it. He has both feet in the grave. Yes, you're 100% correct. Not only do they need it, not only does he need it and want it, they need it as a franchise. They need to bring some type of respectability back to themselves. And if I was the Cowboys, I'd give them a blank check. Seriously, if I was the Jets, I'd give Deion.
Stay with me. With everything that's been said here this evening, and by way of Shannon Sharp earlier, because I do want to acknowledge him. He's the one that got me thinking or rethinking. That this may not be the best situation for Deion Sanders, along with Jeffrey Saturday. Pardon me. Do you think that the relationship between Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders could be one of we make joint decisions together with regards to personnel and coaching? We've never seen that, to my knowledge, from Jerry Jones, but might he be willing to give Deion at least a joint decision-making position as opposed to, I handle the purses and you coach the team? Would Jerry Jones consider that based upon their relationship all these years?
That remains to be seen. And one thing I'm going to say, Star, is that this is the guy who might be able to slick talk and finesse Jerry Jones from to throw him the keys to the franchise.
Bingo.
I think Deion could do it.
Bingo.
I think he could finesse Jerry Jones and be like, yo, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me get them.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's my boy. And he going to be like, yo, this is prime, Jerry. Come on, bro. This is prime. He gonna do his little two-step, like when he used to score the touchdowns. He do his little two-step, and Jerry gonna be like, you know what, Steven? That's his son. He'd be like, yo, Steven, man, get my checkbook, give him a blank check, see what he want to do, And we get Warren Sapp in here. He'd be one of his assistant coaches. Get some of the alumni from the Cowboys to start coming through, and they could they could have a whole new energy in Jerry World. And then let's say they get to the Super Bowl within the next 3 years. Jerry might mess around and have a heart attack in the booth, and then we all happy. So you never know.
Easy.
I mean, just based upon the excitement. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Hey, man, before you go, Shador, is he really a Cowboy in the making? I'm not hating. I just, I watched him play, and I don't see. I don't know. Maybe maybe I've seen too many greats before him, and I'm not giving him the fair, shot. Is Shador that guy? Is he that guy that could really, do what Dak Prescott has not done?
Potential is there. Can I say right off the bat that he's like a can't miss prospect? I can't say that, Star. I really can't. I've been watching since they were in when he was in the Jackson State. He's improved, but can I say right off the bat that he's gonna come in and be a Jaden Daniels? Is he gonna? I can't say that right off the bat. And truth be told, mobile quarterbacks and quarterbacks that you know what? It's bad to say this, but for some reason, not enough black quarterbacks pan out and have longevity in the NFL for whatever reason, especially ones that scramble and what have you. They never really seem to pan out and have longevity. So I don't see anything with him and his skill set that's unlike a Tyrod Taylor or somebody like that. And I think Tyrod Taylor can Shador be a Tyrod Taylor? I believe so. But I
think that's a huge stretch. But listen, I got to take other calls. I appreciate you, man.
Peace, Lord.
Peace. Let me go to area code 646. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? We're talking about a few topics.
Hey,
646.
Hey, Star. How are you, brother?
How are you, sir?
I'm good. Hey, I was wondering why you didn't bring up the Elliott Wilson interview, but I'll stick
because that's not my topic, sir. It's not on the screen. That's not my topic.
I got you. I'm from Harlem, 51. One of the issues I had with Cam when he said that Jim Jones wasn't from Harlem because he said, I'm from Harlem. Listen, everybody from Harlem says I'm from Harlem. We're actually in Manhattan, but anybody from Harlem says we're from Harlem. So I don't know why he used that as something to put Jim Jones down by.
Well, because Jim Jones is from the Bronx, sir. That's a fact.
Yeah, but it goes back almost over 25 years. He's been in Harlem. His grandmother's from there. So,
okay.
I get that. That's a small dig, but I believe he
I beg to differ, sir, and please don't call me a brother again. I'm going to bang on you. Are we clear? I'm not your brother. Okay.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
I've lived in a lot of places, sir. I've been slumming for decades in the slums, but I'm from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Jones is from the Bronx. It's a very big difference. So, are you born and raised in Harlem? Were you born in Harlem Hospital? Where are you from, sir?
Yeah, born and raised in Harlem.
Harlem Hospital, sir? Or were you born, natural childbirth? Or were you born at Harlem Hospital?
Columbia Press, but I'm from Harlem.
Oh, okay.
Born and raised. Okay. I just think that the formative years.
Did you hear Jim Jones' track? So that's our focus. Did you hear the track he dropped?
I heard it. I also heard the freestyles from Cam. I think that they both dropping the ball on.
Tell me about Jim Jones' track that he dropped today. Well, it's actually Wednesday now, Tuesday on the gram, sir. Tell me about it.
I liked it. Like I said, I think it's on the same level of Cam's freestyle, Cam and Mace. But what Cam said also about Mace teaching Jim Jones how to rap. Cam
Troll Babies, he just said it's on the same level as Cam and Mace freestyle. Sir, you're high. You're high, sir.
No,
sir. Sir.
No, that's just my opinion.
You're as high as giraffe pussy. Thank you, sir. Good night. Good night, sir. Hey, 415, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your donations. Is this Rom? 415. Rom.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rom?
Hey, Star. Can you hear me?
Are you Rom, sir? Are you Rom?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Rom, you're on a headset. Can you please pull over? It sounds crazy. I can't let you kill the vibe.
Hello. Let me get out. Hello.
Okay. Give me a second.
Hello.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Can you hear me now?
Are you ready? So I appreciate the donations, plural. Okay. Where do you want to start, sir?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. Right here.
Okay, yeah, man. I just want to say one thing, man. Man, I respect everything you do. I respect your whole style, your whole.
Well, Rom, we got to get on topic, man. You can send me an email about something else. Come on, I mean, let's get on topic, please.
Okay, I mean, all right. Are we talking about Jim Jones? Are we talking about Cameron?
Yes, sir. On the screen, it says Jim Jones drops response track to Cameron and Mace on the gram today.
Yeah.
Did you see it? See the track?
I did watch his rebuttal.
Okay.
I did watch his rebuttal. I think he's wearing like a pink type of gear or whatever with the chains or whatever.
Fly Harlem shit. Fly Harlem shit. Come on, let's keep it real.
Is it fly?
He had the glasses. He had the gloves, the rings.
Yeah, it's relative. It's relative. It is a rebuttal. But yet, I think they still get along, man. There's no way that you could break up a lifelong friendship like that over a small little situation. And of course, it is content, and I respect it. But of course, Dipset is Dipset. Yeah. Dipset is legendary. 50 Cent, he knows he's kind of placating towards that. As usual, what he said in the past, he said, "Man, if I throw you alley-oop, you better get that." So, yeah, of course, I think.
Hang on a second, Rom. I mean no disrespect. It sounds like you're sipping. You called the other night, right? Are you sipping a cold one? Sipping a cold one right now?
I mean, usually, I mean, it depends. Like,
Rom, are you sipping a cold one? Come on, man. I'm not trying to play you. Sipping a cold.
No, not.
What you got? Yeah, sipping a tall boy.
A hot one. A hot one is called a coffee. It's called a coffee.
Well.
As a matter of fact, it's tea. Actually, tea with a little bit of.
You're drinking tea now to try and simmer down because you were at the bar a couple hours ago, right? Right.
I mean, if you say so, it's up to you.
Okay, Rom, I need you to get off the phone. Focus. You're driving. I hear you driving.
Okay. No. I'm on the balcony. Man. I'm in my condo, man. I'm outside.
Okay.
I'm in the condo, bro.
Do you? I want to hear you say this, Star. I indemnify you from any and all wrongdoings during this phone conversation. Say that.
Say it again.
Star, I indemnify you from any and all wrongdoings. Say it.
Of course.
No, say
it. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. No. I'm
say, Star, I indemnify you.
I'm not in a detrimental situation. I'm okay, man.
All right, Rom.
I'm in a stationary.
Right, Rom, I don't trust you, man. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. No. Sounds like he's driving troll babies, right? Sounds like he's, behind a wheel. And could you imagine if he rear ends somebody, decapitate somebody, and who was he talking to at the time of the murder? Oh, Troy Terrain. Well, let's sue him too. Hold a second. Oh, who is this? Who is this right here? Yeah, says he was definitely on the road. That nigga was driving. You heard the cars passing. I'm in the balcony. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Area code 646. Good evening. We're talking about two topics. Are you there? 646.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good night. Good night.
How are you, sir? It's cracking.
All right. First topic. I could care less what Deion and the Cowboys do. I'm a 49ers fan. He was a backstabber when he left the 49ers and went to the Cowboys. Secondly, from 110th to Lexington.
So the headset is killing us. So the headset is killing us. I have to say that.
Oh, I had you on speaker. Secondly.
Yeah. Come on.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. You have the floor.
Can you hear me better?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Secondly, from 110th of Lexington, Harlem.
Okay.
Jim Jones is from, his grandmother lived about 113th and 5th Avenue. They call that Tab Projects.
Right.
Cameron, he keeps talking this 140th and Lenox stuff, but he's really from 1199. And those are condo buildings that's on 1st Avenue between 110th and 113th Street. So him telling Jim that he's not from Harlem is him being petty, because we know how petty Cam can be. And, you know, he's trying to discredit, you know, his Harlemness, should I say. But at the end of the day, we all know Dipset. They all got dressed up. They were cute, but they weren't no street guys like that in Harlem. Nobody in Harlem was scared of them. I'll put it to you like, especially Jim Jones. So they're just having their little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They all know each other. They're all family, and hopefully they can hash it out. Everybody, all the out-of-towners, they're taking it way too serious, because the real people from Harlem, we're looking at this, we're like, yo, these, to be honest with you, outside of Cam, they're clowns, to be honest with you. So I just wanted to call in and say that, bro.
Well, stay with me. I can appreciate what you're saying, but Freaky Zeke, great guy, great businessman, and I don't think that we should judge them by, you know, whether people were quote unquote scared of them or not. There's a lot of cats out there who were official and people didn't even know who they were, right?
Right.
Yeah. So okay. So, but now what?
You're right. But
hang on a second. If I can just say this,
Zeke had allegations.
Okay. Well, so have I. So I'm a confirmed rat. But now here's the thing. Here's the thing. But now, what they did for Harlem, let's keep it real in terms of not just impact, influence, mixtapes, you know, between G-Unit and Dipset. They were like neck and neck in terms of putting out their own music. I respect the hell out of that, remember?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
So they're going back and forth. Nobody's talking about pulling up. Hang on. Nobody's talking about pulling up with this shoddy. I think it's cool that Jim took it right to a track. Do you want to see Cam come back with the track or Mace, or should they just leave it alone at this point? I don't see no violence, sir. I definitely don't.
No. I think. You know what I think it is. I heard academics say something. He said somebody's mad that somebody's getting new money and the other person isn't.
Yeah.
And I believe that Jim
that's Harlem shit, sir.
is getting new money.
Sir, that's Harlem shit. Are you from
Harlem? Right. And Jim is not 110th of Lexington. I live in Jersey City now the past 6 years. So I get it. But what I'm saying is this they should my beautiful wife, she's from Rahway, New Jersey. I know you're a Jersey guy.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, I believe if they would have reconciled their differences, Jim Jones could be the weatherman on that show. They do a sports show, right? Or a sports podcast. Remember Jim Jones had like the weatherman, his weatherman thing he was doing on Revolt?
Yes.
Like that would be dope. You know what I mean? But somebody doesn't want to grow up, and I believe that that's Jim, because he's still running around on Lenox Avenue in the projects, but his son is, they live in a...
Don't talk about his son, sir. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, sir. Let's not do that. Please.
No, I'm not bashing him. Okay, clearly Jim's a good father. His son is in college. But what I'm trying to say is, grow up. Sometimes you have to leave certain... If Cam and Mace are taking the mature route about it, then take the mature route. Let Jim play himself out. We all have family members like that. You want to keep playing around, you want to act immature, I'm gonna love you from a distance, and I believe that's what Cam should do.
Now, are you sure, sir, you're Harlem born and raised? Born and raised.
Clinton Projects, 110th and Lexington Avenue, Metropolitan Hospital on 96 and First Avenue.
Okay. And how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 39. 1985.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. How many?
I've been listening to you.
How many Ferragamo belts have you owned, sir?
You're not gonna go there.
Hey, sir, how many Ferragamo? If you're from Harlem, how many Ferragamo belts have you owned?
I was more of a Carhartt Timberland guy. I never dressed or got doobie wraps. I'm from the East Harlem. That was the West Side guys that were trying to look prettier than the girls. I'm from the East Side. We call it El Batty.
You never owned a Ferragamo.
They tried to look pretty.
Sir. That really separated the men from the boys, right or wrong? Those Ferragamo belts. If we talking Harlem, right?
Nah, the Harlem. That was the West Side. See, you got to remember, the West Side looks down on the East Side. They thought we were ghetto and dirty and stuff like that. So we were totally different from them.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm just hearing you. So now,
I was. I'm listening.
I'm listening to you. Get land your plane. So land your plane.
Yeah, I'm gonna land my plane. Like I said, their family, they'll get over it. Everybody's blown it out of proportion. I just think Cam got petty with him. Mace was instigating, eating the popcorn, but then he gets on MREC and he's like, "Oh, I want to put them together." He knows Jim Jones is not. You know what I mean? So they'll get over it. But if not, they'll love each other from a distance.
Thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Salute.